Welcome back! Last time, our friends finally came face to face with Yadius, the leader of the underground organization known as the Shade Resistance, and spoke in depth about the ongoings within the city of Pelos. Having learned that he was willing to help the party to go to where they want to be or overcome the challenges that they may face in the future, a somewhat alliance was formed between them. After learning about some of the Shade members who are imprisoned within Saltward Prison, our party agreed to undertake an infiltration of said prison to try and retrieve these members. A new face joined the party, Yelena, a Yuanti pureblood cleric who serves as a sister of Pelor and an infirmary attendant for the Shade Resistance. She accompanied the party to retrieve 2 injured Shade members from a cliffside beach. When they arrived, they found out they were being attacked by members of the Black Fleet, the military personnel who operate the prison. After a skirmish with some of the Black Fleet guards and some horrible hounds which could dwell within the sand known as the Scarthan, a bloody but victorious battle was won wherein Yelena and Zakia obtained some pretty gnarly wounds. Our group now head back to the Shade Resistance hideout to decide where to go next on this session of Blood and Sand. Hi guys, how are you all doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good. So, you guys took a pretty bad beating from the guards and the Scarthan on the beach, or at least some of you did. I know that one of you, Gruntar, you abstained a pretty big blast to the back from friendly fire from Nyx. After picking up these 2 Shade Resistance members on your shoulder and hobbling all the way back through the sewers into the Shade Resistance hideout, I put it to you guys. What is it that you would all like to do?
Sleep.
Sleep? Sleep can definitely be done. You know that there are outfitted
It's like
tents.
It's very late. I want to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably looking at around like as the sun was sort of descending as you finish that combat, you're probably looking at around anywhere between like 6 onwards from this point in time. So bringing back these members and putting them in the infirmary where you guys had met Yelena for their wounds to be tended to. Yelena and Zakia definitely needs some attending to, so he goes and sits down in the infirmary and a few of the members start attending to his wounds. You know that there are tents outfitted for the members, as well as guests. There is food always prepared. There is some sort of like campfire, like a hog being roasted slowly on this campfire, as these Shade Resistance members continue to reinforce their hideouts underneath. If long resting is what you would like to do, you are more than welcome to find a small tent. In fact, I think at this point, Yadius and Percy probably would have outfitted a tent for the likes of you all, so you could share one with some sort of like fold-out or wood-thatched beds. Unless there's anything specifically anyone wants to do, I know the plan was to, well, devise a plan to infiltrate this prison. Yes, Yelena.
First of all, is there a bath?
Not down here, no.
Sad. In that case, I'm just going to grab something easy to eat from my hands and just go into the tent where Zakir is being treated. And I'm just going to watch because I'm assuming he's got quite a good body, so.
He does actually, mind you. He is a very ripped tiefling.
I'm just going to make him uncomfortable and stare at him while he gets his wounds sewn up.
He's as he's getting his back sewn up, he's sort of like leaning over this post, sort of gritting his teeth as he notices you watching. Why don't you grab a needle?
Oh, you wouldn't want that. I have
No.
many talents. Sewing was not one of them.
Well, might I ask why it is you seem to be so interested in watching?
There are very few pretty things to look at down here.
I think the sight of blood and gore is pretty too.
Don't ruin the moment.
You fought well back there. Damn, I couldn't say the same for myself, but the Black Fleet are trained very, very well.
Oh, you did very well. You had 2 on you, I only had 1.
Usually I can deal with 2 on 1.
Well, if you ever want any pointers, you know where I am.
He sort of gestures to the hole in his side. I think I've been pointed enough for now, but I'll take you up on that when I'm... watch it better.
I'm sure you will. Once you've regained your strength, and I'll saunter out.
Elira, you are very, very badly injured at this point in time. The Sisters of Pelor, who you know so well, make no hesitation for helping you cleanse your wounds and using sort of divine energies to bring you back, as well as some sort of natural herbs and remedies to abstain your wounds and ensure that not massive scarring occurs, as you had a big couple of chunks taken out each side of your neck. Anyone else who abstained some decent injuries, they may also go there and have them fixed. Whilst you're here, you'll all reap the benefits of a long rest, unless for whatever reason you wish to stay awake for this whole time and not rest, and you have other plans or other things that you want to do. Percy, at this point, would have finished devising the outline plans of the of Saltward Prison, so you guys can see those and devise the plan accordingly. Up to you. He would have found 2. I would guess that they would compare to sticks of dynamite. 2 sort of long tubes filled with a black dust that ignites upon contact with flame. So he would definitely have those for you if that's where you wanted to go. I'll show you guys what you would definitely see on the thing. So you walk into this sort of tent where Percy had all the armory and the makeup, Pelosian guard armor counterfeits, as he goes, right, so, managed to nail it down to what you see here. The prison is split into 3 levels. Section 1, this is the entryway. You go up through that large slope that we saw throughout the city. The top section is split into 4. There is a center bit where there are steps leading to each of these sections. Now our boys, even though they're good as marauders and thieves, they're not too good at keeping track of things. So our boys have been put down to one of 2 locations. This 3rd section over here, The X marks one of their possible locations, but they do move the prisoners throughout this on a daily basis after interrogation, after torture, and then finally, whatever else happens to them. Now, our boys seem to be missing out of there after a couple of days. Only takes a few days for them to be transferred to somewhere else, not within the prison. That's our worry. That's our main focus. Yadius wants us to be in there and out with our boys within the next 24 hours. So this is the first level. The second level. The lower levels. There'll be a large staircase leading you down into a three-way split. One of which is a dungeon. Not really sure what's down there. No one who's been down there has lived to tell the tale, but that could be where they're holding them. Second, I guess it's just armories and more infirmaries for the guards. And last but not least, you have the rooftops. Large pillars on top of Saltward Prison. Guards are posted here almost day and night. Not really sure what's up there, even though some people have said that there's some sort of religious artifact which lies within the second tower. You'll be able to access all these towers if you get yourselves inside. Now, I want to preface this by saying I don't know how the fuck you're gonna get in there. That's up to you. Yadius entrusts you. I've done my job. Here's your boomsticks. You've only got 2 of them, so make them count. They'll definitely blow a hole in the wall. Any questions?
Where is the guards' break room?
Guards break room. First layer. Number 4.
Can you... Okay. So, this is like the ground floor, yes?
This is the main floor, the ground floor. Obviously, there's a floor underneath that you can descend some stairs down to, and each of these rooms have staircases that you can go up in. Number 4 is the sort of mess room where they would sort of either sleep or have their dinner, or I don't know, toss each other off or something. Fucking stupid guards.
Okay. Okay. And you think that they are either being kept in 3 on here, on the lower level, or but you don't believe they're being kept on the upper level?
I mean,
No.
the upper level is just towers for watchmen and alike, but again, haven't been there myself, so I do not know. They could be anywhere, but these were the last places that they were seen, according to the few that you guys rescued.
Okay. Is Columbia there?
Columbia can be with you for sure.
Okay. I have some idea of what we can do. Columbia, how do you feel about a little infiltration?
I mean, okay, I guess.
You
What
wouldn't
would
have
that
to do
be?
much. You wouldn't have to do much. You sneak in as a little itty bitty creepy crawly. Plant some of the explosives into into wherever this number 4 is, where the guards have their rest, and then you sneak out again. After that, we just have to get in. Once we find them, we can ignite the boomstick. Chaos ensues, gives us a chance to escape.
Do we want chaos to be our first plan of approaching this, though?
It is better that they are distracted by something than they are on the lookout for us.
It'll ring alarm bells for absolutely everyone if there's a wall, door, or anything exploding, so it's not a bad idea. However, if Columbia can infiltrate, she can at least find where they are, so we don't have to visit all of the floors, all of the levels. We can just beeline it, get the guys, try to sneak back out, and then, you know, already have planted the boomsticks as you suggested, and then use them as a last resort.
That seems fair.
So, are we making Big Boom and going through that wall, or we're not making Big Boom?
No. We'll go out to the front door.
Okay.
If all else fails, we have an extra boomstick to make another door. But
And how does Columbia get into this big prison with full of guards?
No, she can
I
turn
mean-
herself into tiny little bugs.
You've seen her become a spider. She's teeny tiny then.
I
She
can
was a
skip.
mouse. She was in my pocket last night.
Oh my.
Not that one.
I can move under the doorways if I need to. I can go as small as possible.
After.
As for how
Go on, sorry.
the rest of us get in, that might be a little trickier. But, you know, we have the uniforms. We have Grunthar, who, if I do say so, you look more the criminal than anyone I have ever known.
Oh, dude.
You're so welcome.
But if I find a way in, I could always send Cinnamon back out to you to guide you in. There is no reason why I can't do that.
That might be... Yeah. I just think they won't be watching the front doors closely. They'll expect people to be trying to come in the windows, trying to come through nefarious means, but...
Oh, this place is very
That's
well
cool.
fucking watched. Like, I want to put it out there that you guys are treading into some hot shit right now. If she goes in alone and something fucking happens, she's fucked.
She'll be a spider.
Yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Listen. Anybody have any other suggestions? Because I am an open book. This is just my idea.
You hear from the tent, sort of flap entrance behind you. I have one. As you see, Zakir sort of all bandaged up. Some of his bandages are bleeding and he's sort of limping, holding his side tucked under in the tent door. If you would listen. Being smart and outsmarting this city is the only way that any of us have stayed alive this long. You all have an ally, which none of us can go to. He is a very important member within this city who can speak to Theon Hune. If none of you remember who he is, he rules the Black Fleet. Perhaps if you were all, or some of you at least, were emissaries that went along with our famous leader's old companion. Perhaps that's an easier way for you to get in and you can move around whilst you're in there. Sorry to say, I won't be going fucking anywhere.
We have been told specifically that you are not supposed to know that we are working with him.
Well, what do we know and what we don't? Disclosing, you know?
I don't think he'll go along with it personally.
Also... Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead, please.
No, please.
I would like to speak with my friends in private for a second. Here, Percy.
Of course. I'll just go and be injured somewhere. Let's see, hobbles out.
That's a horrible idea, but yes, thank you very much. And I'll turn back around to everyone.
Can I make a quick perception check? Can I make a quick perception check to see how far away from the tent they actually go?
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say Percy stands there and he goes, "Do I need to fuck off and all?"
Yep.
Gotcha. Don't spill anything on the map. Took me all night to make. As he leaves, do me a perception check.
I just did. Fucking camera.
Does not show up.
It's a natural 20.
Of course it is.
That shot's really good.
Yeah, you see that they have sufficiently left ear range.
Damn it. Okay. Cool. That's all I wanted to do, just make sure that they had fucked off.
Going to Master Cho could make it easier for us, but if he got a sense of what we're actually trying to do and why we're trying to do it, which is something helping Yadius and the whole banditry down here, he's gonna rip us a new one. Both figuratively and literally.
Especially if we drag him into it via subterfuge.
I'm pretty sure he specifically said, don't drag me into any shit.
I'm pretty sure those was his exact words, yes.
Yeah, so...
It might have been shouted a bit more.
I don't disagree with anything that you guys have said. And as much as I like big explosions followed by big intense fight scenes, I, for a change, would rather err on the side of caution. If that's
But the point is that there is no fight scene. That is why we have the explosion, because all of the guards, they hear the explosion and they run up to the other side of the building. Meanwhile, we can walk out. But, as Nox has very well suggested, we can use that as plan B. We can try and sneak out. We can't sneak out. Boom.
I do have one question. You said earlier that you want to use one of the boomsticks to make a new door, correct?
That is plan C.
Right. Do we know how thick the walls are? Do we know if it's gonna break through all the way through? What if we just alert them and they come towards us?
Thank you.
And do you not think that if an explosion happens in one section of the prison, that the whole prison will be on high alert? I know it's plan B, but I think getting out after an explosion is harder than without an explosion.
How do we trigger them? Are these remote boomsticks, or are these go up to it physically, light it with a little matchstick, and then run away?
You can see as they lie on the table that they have like a spool of yarn that is up to your liking on how close you want to cut it. Each half a foot will be a second worth of burning time.
Someone can sit outside. The fuse comes out of a window. They light it.
I say,
I
like,
will send them a message.
Speaking about plan B when we don't even have a plan A. Like, what is the point of that? Can we come up with a plan A?
Plan A is walk in the front door, find them, and get out. Or you find them, we walk in the front door, get them out, and sneak out.
Have any of you been in prison before, apart from our journey here?
Slavery counts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what prisons you guys have been in, but I normally find it's a bit more harder than just walking through the front door, grabbing...
But we're not going to walk through as ourselves. We have disguises.
What if perhaps we can ask the help of one of the students of the master. Maybe they're willing to help. Perhaps they have information.
I just think dragging in any of them is going to be a bad idea.
They will tattle.
They absolutely will paddle. I've never seen a bigger bunch of teachers' pets in my life.
I don't know, they might support our cause. I wouldn't be against having a conversation with them.
Can we not start a riot at the front and then break in at the back? Ask some of the shade resistance people to accompany us, disguise themselves as common folk, start a riot in front of the prison, guards go to the front, we sneak into the back.
Where is the back? What back?
Yes. What is the back,
Looks
and how
like
do you propose to start a riot if we're not there to riot?
That's why I said bring people of the shade resistance. They disguise themselves as normal civilians.
How are they getting in?
In front of the prison. So the guards move to the front.
I feel like that's a really good way to get a bunch of people shot. However, I do like your idea of a riot. How about this instead? We get a set of keys. And as we go around, we unlock the doors. So no matter who is in them, they are out. The guards
know
are busy
it,
with a bunch of
Yelena?
prisoners.
I love it.
I knew we'd get along at some point.
Quick question, sorry, can anyone hear my neighbours outside? Just so I know whether to turn my mic down or not. No,
No.
it sounds like someone's getting murdered out there, but that's alright.
But you all do hear a few very hobbled and slow footsteps approaching as through the back of the tent with wrappings around their neck, Elira enters the tent that you are all planning within.
How's everyone doing today? Are you guys feeling better than yesterday?
Yeah, better than you, apparently.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm better, to say the least. So, what are you guys up to?
We are planning a prison break. Would you like to help?
Just the usual, I guess, talks that go around here, then I guess, really.
Yeah,
So- What specifically are you planning?
we are going between a few different plans. The first was blow things up. The second is to sneak in, sneak out. The third is to sneak in, cause problems, sneak out. And potentially blow something up, because, you know.
Elira, because you're a sister of Pelor, are there visits from the temple to the prison to like heal people, pray with them, stuff like that?
Elira, you would know that when either guards or specific inmates die, that rites have been in the past made where like prisoners have been buried not too far from where the docks are. You would genuinely know that it's not uncommon, and it would also be a welcome thing for a sister of Pelor to attend there. But you would also know that perhaps once every half a year, or perhaps 3 times a year, people within the Temple of Pelor, high-ranking officials within the Temple of Pelor, high magistrates, attend there because there is some sort of religious artifact which lies within that place, and frequently needs sort of blessing, or sounds really rudimentary, but topping up, if that makes sense. But you are not one of those people, so you do not know what it is, but you do know people within your within the temple that know how to do that, if that's a route that you guys want to take.
Yeah, so essentially there's kind of a back entrance by the docks, so we could technically get in that way. It's only open a couple of times a year, really, if there is no death or injury inside of the prison. So we could either see if someone will help us get in, but again, as you assume you guys have discussed, that's a little risky, or we could pretend that potentially we're at that time of the year where we need to go and visit a special religious item, and maybe that could be believed that way. So I think I overheard you guys discussing yesterday about guard outfits. I guess we could potentially use those as escorts for religious attendees rather than escorting potential, I don't know, prisoners or guards back into the prison. But again, I guess explosives could work too.
I think we take the explosives just in case. Okay.
Would there be such a large group of people going for the religious side of things?
I was going to say it might be an idea if we approach from 2 different angles, so maybe 2 from the back, 2 from the front.
I do have one alternative thing, since I believe Percy did managed to acquire some guard outfits. That's an alternative way we can get in. Get 4, maybe 5 people of us chained up to guards and then walk in. But I don't know where newly prisoners go.
It won't matter. By the time we're inside, you'll be free.
Well,
But if they
I
take over,
suppose.
those chains become permanent. If there is a handover, even if there is guards, there may be a handover, and I do not want to stay in chains.
I am
Neither
absolutely
do
not
I.
going.
So I'm really sorry to reject an idea, but I'd rather not be in any kind of chains, even if pretend.
It was
You know,
just an
I heard-
alternative.
I heard about a very famous prison break once. It was this ragtag group was trying to rescue a royal from some evil dictator, and they pretended that one of the group was a prisoner and the other 2 were guards. They took them in, but the cuffs were not sealed. So when they were eventually found out, the one who was playing the prisoner was able to defend themselves and to knock out the guards before they could cause any kind of alarm.
That was kind of what I meant with getting chained.
What if
But
I can get the blueprints of the prison tattooed on me, but in a way that it doesn't look like blueprints, and I'll go in and use the blueprints on my body to get the prisoners out.
I like the idea, but I don't think it has a lot of longevity. Like, you could maybe do it once, but then after that, it's like, okay, so what's happening next, you know?
I
How
feel
long
like
would it
the
take?
clerics would be taking too much interest in you if you did that.
Okay, well, what if Yelena and Nyx dress up as security guards, and they'll take the very handsome, dangerous criminal in. One of us sneaks around the back with some explosives. Big boom, there's our riot, there's our distraction. We're already in the prison, and then we can locate the prisoners and get out of there.
I think there's also some merit to the religious visit as well. So why not us three go in the front, and then the religious ensemble goes in the back, because is that the way you would normally go?
Yes, through the back.
Yes. It makes sense. And that way we have 2 parties who can then search.
I think that's a great idea.
And as we go around, we unlock doors because the prisoners cause the commotion. Makes it easier for us to get out.
Today,
Starting riots if we need to too, so that'll come in handy if needs
I
be.
thought you would be.
Okay, kind of smells like we've got a plan.
Let me get a first of all a perception check from anyone who would be watching surroundings, and Elira, can you do me a history check, please?
it's 17 on perception.
16 for history.
So I'll have a look at what my perception is, because it could be 11.
With a 16 on your history, I'll come to perceptions in a moment. With a 16 on your history, you would know. I'm basically going to tell you the ceremony that happens when these Sisters of Pelor are conducting this sort of this triannual show of restoration to whatever happens within there. Again, you're not told too much, but your goal is to sort of, I'd say, rise ranks within the temple, within the sisterhood. and knowing that it is a great divine honor to be one of these people who enact this this task, it requires some sort of beforehand preparation, wherein a very small boat is decorated with all sorts of plants and leaves, and loads of fruits are put within it. Beautiful, like, white drapes are draped over this boat. Songs have to be specific songs, or I guess hymns are the best way to explain it, have to be sung whilst this boat is being rowed sort of around the pier to the back entrance of this prison. And it would be the same with the Garden of Sand. It would be the same with a few more well-known temples within the mainlands of Ishara, but of course in recent years they are unobtainable, or still obtainable, but you probably shouldn't go there at the moment. But regardless, there is a way to do this, and you would know that there is a specific thing that people would be looking out for. There's never a specific date, or so you would hope that the Black Fleet wouldn't keep a track of a specific date that they would come, only that perhaps one is due. But you undertake a risk from doing this. There's a specific way to do things, so it's up to you how you tackle it. If you wish to do that, then that's my forewarning to you, is more information might be better to obtain before going in blind, rather than just knocking on the door and just being like, hey, we're here to do the cleansing of the spiritual item. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Again, up to you how you want to do that. But you would know that with that on your history check. With the others on perceptions, Nix, you would definitely... Yelena, what did you roll, sorry?
11.
11. Did anyone get higher than a 17? Cool. Nix... Yeah, Nix got the 17. Nix, you would hear definite footsteps from outside, heavier than the ones from the likes of Zakir and Percy, as you... something sort of twigs your neck to look back, and you see standing not too far out of this like slit is Yadius himself, the big black-furred minotaur. He goes, if y'all are quite finished in there, I don't want to interrupt.
By all means, come in.
Thanks. Strange being allowed into a tent of my own camp. But, he sort of ducks under. He goes, Lyra, what happened to you? You okay?
I'm all good. Don't worry about me. It's all fixed now. It was in the past.
I see. Fuckers. I really have those Scarthan on heel, huh? Well, firstly, thank you. I want to thank you for bringing my boys back safe and sound. It means a lot. It's actually helped us devise somewhat of a better understanding of what they're trying to do in there. If that is your plan to infiltrate this place, a word of caution, I have no fucking idea what they're doing to my boys in there, where they're taking them, what you might find. Only that they're being dragged off in the middle of the night. No use in sparing them, I guess, but no use in killing them either. It's not the way the justice system works in Pelos. A few of the boys said they seem taken right round the back, up the coastline, all the way to the upper reaches. I have no idea, so, again, not a task. A request. If you see anything in there and you would be so kind to bring that information back to me so I can have a better understanding of what the fuck is going on in this city, that would be much obliged. And a side note that some of you may be interested or apprehensive to know about. I've decided to, try and patch things up with, old Cho.
When do you intend to do that?
Not sure. I've sent one of my, associates to go and ask him whether he returns with a
Why?
Contrary to what you might believe, me and Cho have very similar opinions on what should be happening with the city. He does things a little bit more by the book, should we say, but, I would like the opportunity to try and convince him that our stars align in this certain situation. Perhaps not forever. Perhaps we want different things in the end, but definitely for the meantime. Besides, he's old and bored. What else has he got to do?
Very odd question. Why did you not go yourself?
I mean, in case you didn't notice, there's not many 8-foot minotaurs walking around this city. I'm pretty sure that I'll be put in chains the second that I leave.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how the sewer systems work in this system, city just yet.
Well, I'm not gonna just pop up out of his shit right now, am I?
Why do you always want people to climb through shitholes?
Look, the down and trodden
I'm
have to
very
smell like
confused by it.
The down and trodden have to smell like shit sometimes, and unfortunately they don't have sky pipes over Pelos. Not yet. Not until I'm in charge.
Just a quick question, as yeah, I know that you know Master Cho a lot better than we do. What do you think he would make of our little prison break in here?
Well, that depends. Percy said you wanted to solve this on yourself, and I said I'd trust you. But I wouldn't be telling the truth now, would I, if I didn't have little birds listening? You can leave. And scampering from under the bed is one of the children from that, like, workaround for the shade resistance and stuff, from one of the beds, and he runs out. Boomsticks. They're good. They won't blow a hole in the main wall, though. Good for a distraction. If you really want to get the sisters involved, then I guess that could be a good idea, but they're gonna take some convincing. They know that the shade doesn't do anything to hurt the innocent, so you have that on your side. But honestly, this might seem a bit counterproductive coming from an underground villain such as myself, but Theon the Hewn is a very reasonable warrior. He doesn't persecute anyone without good reason. Now, killing a couple of Black Fleet members, that does satisfy a good reason, but he don't know won't hurt him, right? But, again, that's just an option. If I had a concrete way to tackle this situation, I'd have done it without yous. Unfortunately, I don't.
What would you have done if you did not meet us? How would you have gotten them out?
I guess you have to be cruel to be kind sometimes. I would have either captured some of the Black Fleet Guard, tortured them until they give up certain locations of any sort of secret entrances, or made sure that the shifts were changed so doors were unlocked, and waited for a time in the night where the guards were on low patrol. We don't have that sort of intelligence right now. By all means, if that's something that you want me to try and outsource, I can find that information out, but that might mean some more of my men getting caught and possibly dying. But this also poses a risk to every one of you, and he looks at Elira. I don't really want to see any more of my friends get injured, new or old.
I think Nyx would lean over to the table again and look at the map, just inspecting it, as the rest of the conversation goes on.
Although, I have heard of a rumor that circulates. In the upper reaches, there is a path which leads deep down under the cliffside of the prison itself. I know that although this is rumored, it does lead to the dungeon of the prison. I don't know what you'll find in there. I don't even know if that way's been blocked off. Another notch in the possibility belt.
We could go through there, a couple of us dressed up as guards, and then at some point when we get caught, you can say that we're just transferring said criminal, or even taking them down for a little beating. I'm sure we
Well,
could convince some other ones.
You're gonna need more than a couple of guard outfits to get into the upper reaches. It requires processing. There's a whole other. I can't even get my guys in there. Unfortunately, the only man I know who could.
I think we have a pretty solid plan in that if we let all the prisoners out of their cages, they're going to cause problems for the guards, which is going to give us ample opportunity to do whatever it is we need to do.
No, most certainly, but it's just getting you guys in there and trying to distract possibly 80 to 120 guards.
On the other hand, we're probably even more wanted than your guys just because we're few and we're very distinctly featured, like physically, appearance-wise, and the moment anyone spots us, like, your guys might be able to slip past them a lot easier, so us going to the upper reaches is a very risky route.
A disguise either way is gonna have to be made. But again, the only person I could know who could even have the slightest chance of getting you into the upper reaches, I currently have to make amends with. If that's something you wanted to facilitate, I wouldn't say no to a bit of extra help.
I think that's the worst idea.
But are you going to be able to make up with them in 24 hours? Because that's how long you gave us to go out and get them.
Now that's dependent on Cho, not me. I can put up bygones can be bygones momentarily for the sake of people's lives and for the sake of good information. I agree, that's probably the most time-consuming.
I think it is a lot to be done within a very short space of time. Especially as, you know, hey, we've just made up, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, I want to do this very illegal thing. Can you help? And, you know, I don't know if that's the best way to rekindle a friendship. But, go in,
bro.
shotgun door.
Okay.
There is no good plan for this. It's a death trap no matter what we do.
I can write you a sealed letter that you can give to your High Priestess, Elira, saying that we require these men for a very important reason, and hopefully they agree to facilitate this display of holiness. If it doesn't go against your beliefs, it is for the sake of the innocents, after all, the greater good.
Exactly. We're not doing any damage here.
Okay. He looks at you all. He goes, "Make sure you eat some of that hog over there. It's burning for a while."
I don't think that's a bad idea, actually, as Grunter clamps his stomach. There's a loud rumbling coming from it. I think I'm going to get myself a bite, and then he's going to turn his head to Elira and say, "Oh, my lady, would you like anything bringing back?"
I'm all good, thank you. Please, feed yourselves.
Okay, then. And then he's going to trot her off and get himself a big leg of hog.
Nix would follow Gunther and go, pat him on the back. Sorry about that blast on your back, by the way. You stood a little bit to the side and I miscalculated. That's on me.
I'm going to turn around and say, "Well, don't worry about it, bud. But I'm forgotten about it."
You see, as you walk out and after you've spoke to Elira, Zakir and Percy are just sort of perched on like a crate waiting for Yadius to come out. And he goes, "Did he just call her my lady?" He goes, "I don't know, the charm of orcs, I guess." He goes, "Big bastard, I wish I was that big." And he goes, "Sizes and everything, Percy. Size isn't everything, and pats him on the shoulder.
I would actually like to try and grasp Columbia's attention. And I'm not even hiding this from anyone. I will take out of my jacket Dust because I've had him with me this whole fucking time. Feed him a few grapes and be like to Columbia, I miscalculated how long we were going to be gone, and I fear that this is starting to border on maybe potentially animal abuse, which I do not want to be part of. And you're good with animals. I don't want to leave him alone, but also I need help.
That's not a problem. You're looking after him and you're feeding him and giving him love. That's not abuse. This is going to be a dangerous thing for him, though. We might need to leave him somewhere a little bit safer, and then I'll give scratches and just try and pick him up if that's okay, if you will allow it, and give him guns.
Absolutely.
This little thing absolutely loves the vibe that you are giving. You are one of nature, and as much as as skittish as this little thing is, it does, however, catch the eye of Percy, who comes over and he goes, "Oh my goodness, what is this little thing?" Hello. As he sort of like wiggles his finger into Dust and sort of backs away, and he was like, "Is it yours? Oh, he's beautiful. I've got something for him." As he pulls out this little like bag of like sunflower seeds and stuff, he's like, "Yeah, mate." Yeah. As he starts feeding Dust, and Dust reluctantly takes one and starts going.
Well, he's not mine or ours. He's his own. We're just his friends, and we help take care of him.
Oh, it is a cute little fella. Look at. Oh, I like the way his eye bulges out a little bit.
It is pretty cute.
It is pretty cute, yeah.
Might be a good companion for while we're away.
I was gonna suggest that.
Oh.
Percy, would you like to hang out with? His name is Dust. He likes grapes. Would you like to hang out with him while we?
I like grapes too, Dust. Oh, yes, of course. I would take amazing care of him. Obviously, yes, that would be lovely. I don't want him going into the prison. That's dangerous. Yes, I will definitely do that for you. Hello, Dust. Can I?
Yeah.
I will reluctantly give Dust away because I'm having cuddles right now.
Yeah, you've never seen such a burly, shady, scarred man just turn into such a fluff ball as he's holding a fluff ball. Hello, mate. As he goes, "Man, you're gonna be the best of friends, and I'm gonna teach you how to do all sorts of stabbing."
I will give him like the little bag of grapes I still have, and as I'm like holding it and he's holding it as well, I will just dead look him in the eye. If you hurt him, I will rip out your veins and make friendship bracelets out of them for me and my friends.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Thank you very much for the help. I really do appreciate it.
Did you hear that? She can make bracelets.
Seeing this exchange, can I make a perception check?
Yeah, for sure. What are you looking for, and specifically?
A little blue scorpion that I remember Grunthar bringing along with him, but we haven't seen hide nor hair of in the past 24 hours.
I thought you left it back at Chose the scorpion.
I left the snake, but you brought the
You left
fucking
the
scorpion
snake,
with
and
you.
these two brought it. That was it.
Blue Tail. Can we not forget? That's his
Blue
name.
tail, yes.
But,
You forgot.
I've had him with me the whole time. We've just
Okay.
not openly announced it.
There's a 17 to make sure there's no fucking scorpions crawling up my boots.
There is not. Blue Tail still like lingers within like the shoulder padded armor of Grunthar. But I'd say this whole time without having to, without you guys having to constantly tell me like that you are feeding your pets, you keep conscious mind of having to feed. So like finding any sort of like little insect or something, it would just be a thing where Grunthar's talking and just putting an insect into his into his shoulder pad, so you can just see this little like claw pull it out and pull it back in.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can we ask like though are animals to like do stuff actually like in game or like?
You can't. One of the people in your team can,
Okay,
but
yeah,
regardless of
yeah.
what it is, they're still sentient and of their own sort of violations. So, like, they can still say no. That you can't just like control them
Yeah.
like Grump can. Nix can his familiars.
So, and what if I don't know? If we met someone who was good at animal handling, I don't know. Like again, still kind of new to all this. If you met someone who was good at animal handling, could we teach them to do certain things? Like, could we not teach my scorpion how to unpick a lock? For example?
Well, I mean,
I was considering doing the same thing, genuinely.
It's difficult because that requires. Everything has a stat block at the end. Everything has a stat block at the end of the day, and
Gerbils have thumbs, kind of.
yeah, but you've got to understand like it's a fantasy game, but like the reality of a tiny little scorpion putting its stinger into a locking mechanism and turning, that could just as easily snap its stinger as much as anything. So yeah, okay, so. If it was like a monkey, for instance, yeah, you could probably teach it over time to be able to do those sort of things, but it would still have to roll checks. It wouldn't just be like an automatic, I have a monkey, they can unlock doors. But depending on the type of thing it is, if it's a gerbil who has a complete schizophrenic experience every day, or if it's a scorpion which is no bigger than the palm of your hand, then no. But you could, for instance...
I have an idea.
You could, for instance, convince Columbia to speak to Yelena's snake to go and slither in somewhere and then come back and report what's there. That sort of stuff, yes.
And me and Nix have familiars which we can actually ask to go do stuff.
Yeah.
Mine's technically, it's a Fey familiar though. Mine's a bit different as a druid.
Sorry, continue, Nox. What was you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to just suggest, like, over the table, like, we could teach Dust how to ride Blue, like, cavalry, and then they can just go in.
Oh no!
What, with Ruby wrapped around his neck?
Little needle.
Yes! There we go!
Welcome to Open Table Plays Dungeons and Dragons, guys.
I think we need a one shot, which is just the pets.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yadius leaves. Yadius leaves. Grunter goes to get some food. You guys rest up. Okay, so talk to me provisions and stuff then. Are you going in there with the things that you have now? You are familiar now with the marketplace and everything and stuff that's there. Things that have happened and people that you've met previously could provide some sort of aid. I'm not going to keep asking you guys like how you want to infiltrate this thing. I just think you just tell me. You tell me and we'll go from there.
Real quick, you did say last session that we got supplies like invisibility potions, feather falling or slow falling, whatever it's called, and I believe healing potions is what you said.
Yeah.
Is there an X amount? Because I don't think we checked.
So from their storage, from their storage, the amount that they have. You were given a single invisibility potion. You were given 2 potions of feather falling and 6 healing potions. Are really, for this sort of organization, easy but not cheap to come by, but for a mission such as this, expendable. So you would have each had a healing potion given to you.
Okay, so you've all got one healing potion.
Yeah, you'll all have a potion of healing, yeah. And however you want to divvy out the invisibility and 2 feather falling, that is up to you as well. But the world is your oyster with this sort of thing. If there's anything that you guys that you can think of will help you within this plan, perhaps there's people within the city who now, as officiated members of the Shade Resistance, you might be able to persuade to do for you. Look like
Yadius still there. Sorry.
He's just walking out. If you want to catch him, you can.
Okay, so Grunt says I see Yadius leaving the tent and he's going to go home and say, Yadius, quick question, mate. As he pulls out these 3 rubies that he got from the foxes, I don't suppose you happen to know anything about these or what they might be good for?
Oh, scarred the eyes. Yep. Pesky little buggers. I've had a few run-ins myself as he sort of turns and he's got like a big like scratch on his like claw mark, like scar in his fur on his arm. Yeah, they well, I mean they can provide some I can't do it myself and we don't really have anyone within the Shade Resistance that can do it, but there are definitely some people in town who can fashion these gems into rings that'll be able to give you momentary true sight. Meaning you can see people's invisibility, you can be more keen when looking at things. They have quite strangely useful properties, these rubies. Or you can give them to a lady, who knows? Maybe she'll adore you for a night.
Okay, I was just going to shoot over to I've forgotten the character's name already.
Elira.
Lyra's, yeah.
Yadius leads in and goes, not a chance. And if you do, props to you. Anything else?
No, I think that's everything, mate. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Can I just confirm what our plan is, please?
Yeah.
Because we kind of went through about 5 different iterations there, and so are we going with the one group goes in the front, the other goes in the back? Or are we not doing the religious thing anymore?
I thought we were gonna do the religious thing, but therefore we have to go to the sisters.
You have to go
I
to
believe.
the Temple of Pelor, yeah.
Right.
Oh, we have 24 hours, so.
And do we think this would be better to do in daytime or the night?
I mean, we gotta be
Right
disguised
now.
any. I would.
Like night shifts, normally less guards.
I would think there are more guards. If it's such a high security prison.
As from my history record, I've known what time of day they usually turn up.
It
For
would be whilst the sun still shines within the sky, so any time before like early evening would be when they come. But from what I've gathered, again, not going to tell you how to do things, but from what I've gathered, you would like to split the party, 2 of which are going in the or however many are going within the front. Columbia within disguise within that, utilizing the potions and stuff that you have. Someone would go with her, and then the rest are going to disguise and go with Elira to reenact this thing, and then you're going to sort of meet up in there. Is that where we're going with it? Again, feel free to tell me no.
I think that's a good idea. I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, roughly. I think that was what the plan was.
Okay. Well, no time like the present then.
Well, do we know if they have like any anti-magic fields or anything like that?
Percy would tell you that, no, not to my knowledge, no. If anything, they do sometimes use magic in there to capture sorcerers and people who train within the arcane arts alike. Between me and you, I think they also keep some rather gnarly creatures within Saltwood as well, so using magic to make sure they're contained, probably not the best, probably not the worst idea to be using magic, and definitely a shit idea to have an anti-magic field there.
I'm guessing they have those shackles that have the anti-magic thing on them for the actual prisoners.
That would probably be what I would do, Zacchaeus shouts from behind.
Okay. How about this then? We've got the 2 groups. Columbia goes in, and either me or Nox goes with her with the invisibility potion on. Columbia can do mousy insect stuff or whatever to try and get a set of keys. Gives them to the invisible person. The invisible person can then go around unlocking fucking doors while everyone else is doing the like trying to find the guys we need to get out.
I'm pretty good at unlocking things, but, and I'll just kind of rub my face in my hands. If I'm going to be very cold and calculated about this, neither me nor Columbia have a lot of balls to deal with very intense shit. I'm not saying we
Okay.
need a chaperone.
I mean, I can come with, but I cannot be. Two of us cannot be invisible.
I kind of look at my brother and just ask him, what do you think we should do?
You should Nick's ponder for a bit. I think there are a lot of possibilities and a lot of things that we can do. This one, I'm not quite certain what the best course of action is, I must admit.
Best course of action. That's why it's a prison break. Of course, there is never going to be best course of action. It's just we've been given this task. We have to do it. We choose the best out of a bad bunch. That's all we can do. And
I suppose that's true.
that we don't get caught and fucking killed at the same time, because that is a high possibility.
I'd rather not.
There is a potion brewer in town. Perhaps you can, for a price. Perhaps for a price you can rustle up some more invisibility potions, but I don't know how long they take to brew. So, again, time is of the essence.
Hang on. There was a thing.
I think you guys. I think we're all overthinking it a bit too much. I mean, have you not remembered how most of our plans go? We make a plan, forget the plan, improvise, and get out looking stylish. That's normally how we roll.
Would anyone like to come to the market with me?
Why not?
Are you going to the potion master?
That way.
We can do, but I was going to go see Luna first.
You have to go that way to get towards the temple anyway.
Well, come on then.
I guess we can all go. Yeah?
Wonderful.
Shopping.
Leaving the shade resistance, you see that Zakir and Percy sort of accompany you to a set of stairs which is not too far out of the hideout, but not the way that you guys came, which lead all the way up to a like a large stone grid that you can push up and move, and you notice as the sunlight starts to shine in from the outside, early morning, you see there are 4 men stood by this grate, as you see Percy just whistle, and the man from above the grate, he also returns a whistle as they open this grate for you, and you guys all leave, and you see that as you leave into this crowd, not too far from where the marketplace is. To the right hand side, you see the stand where that man was hung a few days prior, for spreading information about the shade resistance and trying to sort of promote them. Bit further past that is where the temple is, and more towards the left and down a few streets is where the marketplace is. And as soon as you guys all leave this sandstone grate, they close it behind you and just sort of fold their arms and lean back and just nod at you guys. All part of one system, all part of one crew. Splitting off then, Yelena, who's going with Yelena to see Luna, and who's going to the temple with Elira.
I'm easy.
By all means, it's up to you guys. Can't decide for you.
I'd be going to see Luna.
Luna? Cool.
We
Okay.
all know where the orc wants to go.
The twins, what do you guys do?
I
Or
was
if there's
gonna say
anything else that you guys want to do, those aren't just the only options. You can do whatever you want.
I definitely want to hang out with my brother for a little bit. It's been a
Yeah.
minute.
I just can't decide either to go to the temple or Luna. It's two. We have an uneven part. We have an uneven party. We can split it properly.
You 3v3, so I'll go with Yelena.
Your lady. Oh.
I'll go with Yelena and Columbia if you want to go.
Okay. Cool.
With Alara.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
You navigate yourself through the marketplace. You arrive at the smaller marketplace where you first met Luna Velspor. Walking up to her stand. Hello again. How are you?
Hello, my dear. I have something of a request for you. And I feel very unfair asking it, but we are finding ourselves at somewhat of a headway. You previously mentioned that you had several rings you would be willing to part with in exchange for information on your brother. Is this correct?
Yes. Have you found something out about Hilton?
Not as yet.
Oh.
But we are hoping that we have made some friends, and we believe those friends can get us a little further along in accessing what information we can. However, I have to ask for... We can call it a favor, we can call it a down payment. But the truth is that we are hitting a brick wall. And if we want to get to the point where we can find out information on your brother, then we will require the use of the Ring of Invisibility.
I see.
I'm happy to bring it back afterwards, but on my honor, I will do everything in my power to find out what happened to your brother.
This is a very
And
expensive ring.
I'll take out one of my daggers, and I'll just slice one of my fingers open, and like dab a bit of cloth on it, and just put it before her.
This is a... She kind of like looks around to see other guards. This is a very expensive ring.
I understand it is. And
But
I wouldn't ask you otherwise, but you want information on your brother, and honestly, I want to help you get it. And I also want to help you to... I also want to be able to progress what we are trying to do, but neither of those things are going to happen if we don't... If we can't come to some arrangement.
do me a persuasion check, please. After cutting your finger and this sort of like deep emotional assurance, you can do so with advantage.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
That is 17.
17. She looks at you deep within your eyes, and you see like these brown, beautiful eyes start welling up with tears. If this will really help find out what happened to Hethan. But of course, madam, I think this ring would look lovely on you. As she takes it out and places it on your finger. You hold it.
Oh,
She like holds your hand and like pulls you in close. You hold it for 5 seconds. No longer. It lasts for only 1 hour, and needs the light of the sun to recharge each day.
Thank you.
She lets go. Please. Anything about Hethan. Have a lovely day.
And you too. My husband will be so happy to see this. And I'll send her like a message just saying, as soon as I find anything out, I will come to you.
She nods and bows.
And I will saunter up to the girls with my new ling.
Grunter, can Grunter go and ask her a question?
For sure, yeah.
So, back in my homelands, I don't know if you would have anything similar here, or have the exact same thing. I don't know. Back in my homelands, we used to be able to get these two stones, and you could pair them together, and they would connect. And then, if you were ever apart, one person could channel the one stone, and the other one would start glowing.
Sending stones.
Yeah, those. Yeah, exactly those.
Unfortunately, I do not possess such items, but I do know there is someone within the main market who does. Give me just one moment. It is, improper for me to be able to disclose such a, These items are not legal in the eyes of the city. Just one moment. As she walks off towards the back, you see, she exits the tent, and there is this like rather old guy, very friendly, quite small. He sits there with like a pale sort of turquoise turban on, rather large beard. As you just see him sort of nod as after a moment or so, she comes back. She says, there are 2 people known within Pelos who sells these items that you require, good sir. Hi, she sort of like waves to someone else walking past. There is Santeri. He runs the oddities and potions shop, although I hear recently he's had a little bit of trouble with the local guard. Or, on some days you can find Redwill Amar. He owns a shop within the upper reaches, but he frequently walks the marketplace of the lower reaches to acquire items that come in and get sold around. They are your best bets for sending stones.
Okay, I really appreciate you pointing me in the right direction. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I helped Centauri.
We did.
So he might be inclined to help us a little bit more. So we could go seek him out if his shop is open and he is there.
His shop probably isn't open because his license got taken away. That was the issue. But
Lives there.
I don't know where he is. But in character, I'm going to be like, well, I was just thinking, while we've split up like this, for all we know, they could be in fighting perils and in danger right now, and we'd have no way of knowing. At least with these sending stones, we've got a way of signaling each other.
Good
That's
idea.
a good idea.
We can see and go seek them out and see if we can get hold of some.
Oh, let's go talk to them. Maybe they're in a more amiable mood today.
So,
You want to go and speak to Santiri? Okay. You walk to where the shop was, and it is completely boarded up. And there is a quite a young guard posted outside. Very young, tanned-faced, fair-faced, smooth-skinned, sort of leaning against the door and staying out of the heats of Sunas and Agora. And it's only when you approach him does he sort of like stand up a little bit more to attention. The property is off limits. So I apologize.
Oh no, it is off limits? Oh, such a shame.
Apologies.
Might I ask why there is such a handsome young man stood outside guarding it?
This is where I have been stationed for the day, and believe me, I wish I wasn't. It is very hot here. This part of the marketplace catches most of the sun throughout the day.
It's certainly very hot. But why have you been stationed here? Surely there are better things that a strapping young boy like yourself could be doing?
Well, I guess you could say I pulled the short straw, or perhaps it's just because I'm one of the youngest within my ranks. We have to work our way up to the upper reaches, same as everyone in Pelos.
Understandable. What has happened to the honor then?
The owner of this establishment was charged as a criminal and had his license to vendor revoked. I probably assume he's drinking the rest of his savings away in one of the piss-wit taverns around this place.
Such a shame. I don't mean to burden you with our troubles, but you look like such a kind young fellow as well. My friend here, he bought a lovely present for his fiancée, and I am pointing at Columbia at this point. And we were told to come back today to pick it up, and well, we find the place closed, and this man a criminal. I mean, the way he has treated my friends is criminal, is it not?
Grunts just starts, oh, God.
You get a message. Little too much.
I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but there is nothing I can do.
I'm gonna get very close to him, and I'm just gonna say, listen, is there any chance you would allow us to just retrieve the object that we have already bought and that has already been bought and paid for? Otherwise, essentially, we have been stolen from. Another crime has been committed.
Once again, do me a persuasion check. It will be a straight roll. It would be more. Yeah. It would be with advantage, but the crying was a bit overkill.
Overacting does it again. Come on. Okay, that's not too bad. That's an 18.
He says, "Look, I would lose my fingers, my head, or most certainly my position as guard if I let you in here. Santer usually plays a gambling game down by the docks with some of the dock workers. Perhaps he's there. If you find him and bring him back and he confirms your story, perhaps we can make some sort of arrangement."
Very well. Don't get too hot.
Thank you.
And walk off.
Okay. As you guys walk towards the docks, Nox, Nyx, and Elira walk towards the Temple of Pelor. It is beautiful as the sun shines down on the golden statue of a sun and a radiant maiden who holds her arm up towards the sun, and within her other hand a wreath of flowers. She has a blindfold over her eye, and you watch as this sort of divinely intertwined sun sort of starts to turn around a door, but you see that where the door is, it cuts off the main door to the temple, which is probably around like 17 feet high, up these white marble steps, sandstone pillars either side. This building is beautiful, golden sort of trimmings on these like circular dome shaped roofs. beautifully kept like hedges and flower beds and stuff all around this, and a sort of a courtyard just in front of it that you are all walking across now, with a beautiful sort of waterfall in the center of this courtyard, and you see like lords and ladies and officials, some people like coming from worshipping, coming to worship. Elira, you know this place very well. This is the place that you have grown up within. People nod to you, sister. Please, may I receive a blessing on this day? It is hot, and I feel that my crops will need the blessing as well as my family, as they plead for your blessings as well.
So Elira will take their hands in hers, and she basically says with the most like kind of love and admiration and kind of hope in the world that the light will guide you, everything will be okay, your crops will be bountiful. And then she lets their hands go.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
I love Elira.
So happy, full of love and positivity.
Walking up the step. Walking up the steps into the temple itself. Beautiful stone masonry and carvings within the pillars. There are almost sort of how drapes sink and rise, but those are made of stone with like awesome carvings of cattle being led through a sunny field and sun shining down into crystal blue waters. Beautiful gems that are affixed into the eyes of forgotten heroes of Pelor. This whole place surrounds. This whole place surrounds an arrangement of statues which sort of align a walkway through this temple, cathedral-like place. A white and gold carpet drapes all the way up the walkway as you walk past these huge golden statues. The one right at the end, you see a throne, giant throne with a golden statue of a person sitting down, the head of which is somewhat of a dog or a wolf with big pointed ears, a huge scepter within his hand, and a golden hawk resting on his arm. Elira, you would know these to be some of the past pharaohs who ruled Ijara, leading all the way down to Ankan Rai, the most recent and still, some believe, reigning pharaoh of Ijara. You walk in, you are greeted by fellow sisters of Pelor. An elderly priestess walks up to you, bows to you, turns and bows to the statue of Ankan Rai, and turns back. Sister Elira, you were not meant to return for a few days. Has your work with, she looks around, with our friends, come to an end?
No, not yet. In fact, there's something a little, I guess, urgent that's come up that we need to talk to the High Priestess about. There's some people in grave danger.
Oh, these people with you? Are these the ones in danger?
No, not these. These are helping me, and Elira will kind of look to Nix and Nox and just kind of smile because she truly believes that I guess they're good people and they are helping. But yes, these people are helping. These aren't the ones in danger. We need to speak somewhere a little more private, if that's okay.
Of course, well, as you know, strangers of Pelor must wash their faces with her waters before speaking to the High Priestess, and you must also cleanse yourself, sister. Come, as she looks at you and smiles, and walks you through. You see that as you walk through past this huge throne with Uncan and Rai sat there, you come into almost a larger, far wider room with loads of pillars in and not like hardly as many people. You see there are brothers of this place which stand guard, holding their arms with like their robes covering their hands, standing guard either side. Very brawly men, but bald-headed, completely tanned. You see they have like a gold or hazel sheen to their eyes, tattoos of Ijaran symbols all the way down one side of their face and over their head. You see the woman which walks with you turns back to, you know this, Elira, but turns back to the new guests that you brought with you. Brothers of Pelora, they have taken a vow of silence, but will die for any intrusions beyond this place. As you walk through, they make no eye contact with you. They're just like staring ahead completely as you are accompanied by a priestess, two priestesses. You walk in and there is a gorgeous pool of crystal blue water. The base of this pool, even though you couldn't even step in it and be a foot deep, is solid gold with a silver sun in the center. She bows her head, closes her eyes, and gestures out towards this pool. Elira, you know exactly to get on your knees, use the waters within to wash your face and look up. And as you look up, there is a huge statue embedded into the underdome of this temple. A huge sun which rotates. And loads of small, like, golden hawks which fly around it. And you know to look up to it and either think what you want to think or speak what you want to speak. As she gestures to both Nyx and Nox to do the same.
Nyx, watching Elira, would do the exact same thing. And as he looks up, I think he would think just one word: freedom.
I was going to verbatim say the exact same thing. Like, you stole the words out of my mouth.
Hey.
Twinning again.
You see the elderly priestess who accompanied you in here bows and leaves out the back the way that they came. There are a few people sort of murmuring, all in robes around this place. A few steps up lead to other rooms. Before you hear, Elira, how good of you to come back to us. I was beginning to think terrible things would have happened to you, sister. As you turn around, you see this bald-headed woman, brown, very, very golden brown tan skin, bright gold eyes, a beautiful arrangement of silk, white and gold vestments on her, which drape onto the floor and sift off for about 2 foot. You see she is completely barefooted, and she has the most intricate designs of clouded and smoky-like tattoos all over her body, infused with some golden scars that writhe through as well, and they glitter as the sun beams through these windows and hits through the pillars as well. As she stands there, High Priestess Veneras. How nice of you to join us again, Elira.
High Priestess, it's a bit premature, my visit. I've not returned just yet, but there is something really important and pressing that we need to talk to you about.
Isn't there always in the city of the damned? How can we help you?
So we need your assistance. Some people, some good people, some innocents have been captured and are being held against their will in Saltward Prison, and we need to be able to gain entry.
Ragtags and vagabonds. That is what I was promised to be healing when that unsightly man came to us all that time ago. Criminals and thieves is what we have been greeted with. But as sisters of Pelor, we are tasked with never judging those who can do such great things in the name of the light. Isn't that right, Elira?
Correct, High Priestess.
So, what does the big bastard want from me now?
Question, did I actually have a letter from
Yadius gave you a letter, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I thought that'd been a good point to clarify, because I was like,
Yeah.
He said he'd give it, but did I actually get one?
Yeah. The seal is the seal is unbroken as you hand it over to her. She like holds it, and as you and her hold this thing together, she looks over your shoulders. Quite the unusual company, Elira. Hello.
Nix would nod his head and lower it slightly.
Oh,
Politely.
please. No such formalities here. I may be a high priestess, but I can still be spoken to.
Oh, greetings. A pleasure to meet you, High Priestess.
Outsiders, not from these lands.
What gave it away?
The accent. No one learns Ijaran that quick, even though she does have her ways. Well, it's nice to see some new faces within this temple. Getting sick of seeing all the old buggers and beggars. As she takes the scroll, and you hear her walk, and as she does, like her bare feet, like sort of slap and echo off the marble floor that surrounds this like golden pool. As she opens this scroll and looks at it. Oh, he must be fucking joking. As she, like, scrolls it back up. And what if any of you are hurt? Then what? You risk more lives for the sake of two? What could these two men possibly know? That... She stops herself from speaking.
What if those two people can become the downfall of this city? I don't know if that's the truth or if that is the case, but what if?
Yadius keeps a lot from people who he chooses to seek help from, for a good reason or not. I've trusted him before, I guess I'll have to trust him again, but... I wonder... She looks up to the statue of the sun rotating. Do you know, none of us truly know how long ago that was put there. And these sort of ceremonies have been going on since this place was built. Suppose we best get the boat ready then. But tell me, if you are successful, and you do infiltrate it, what happens? What happens then? Do you come back to us, Elira? Or do you continue to work within the light for this organization?
I haven't yet decided my pathway, High Priestess.
No, we do not get to decide. Pelor does. You were about to say something, kind sir. No?
No.
I guess if we're going to do this, then it needs to be respectfully, as she looks at the two Shadarkai behind you, needs to be believable. Two hawks with one stone sort of situation. Sister Elira, you are neither provisioned nor sanctioned to carry out this ritual. But that could change if you so saw fit. I'm not talking about disguising to be able to do this. I'm talking about actually doing this. What say you?
I guess it would stop the potential risk of others being harmed. I mean, we'd hate for more innocents to be involved and potential harm their way, so if I can conduct it myself or do anything more so myself, I think that would work out better. I feel more comfortable with that.
The brothers will accompany you, as they always do, with the emissaries. Your friends here, we will outfit them to look like those in our service. You shall conduct the ritual yourself. Fear not. I have exactly what you need to be able to do it. As she looks at Nox and Nyx, between you and me, it's just flicking some water at an object. It's nothing really, like, fascinating. Some words have to be said, but rather boring, if anything. But,
All
yes.
rituals have a meaning and a purpose. Why do you think this one's boring?
Well, boring's perhaps the wrong word. Perhaps you're right. Insightful, so you are. More really fucking boring. This is probably one of our most rudimentary things that was sanctioned by the council many years ago when the Free City was founded and people started flocking here.
The council, not the church? Or not the temple?
No, the council or god or lords and deities, rest them. The council which was. We have a few places within Pelor which they enjoy the festivity of having holy practitioners such as ourselves go and bless their places. Believe me, there's one in a bathhouse in the upper reaches as well, which one of us has to do once a year. But to keep money flowing in so our good deeds can be continuing. Just a small commodity that has to be done. Again, nothing that I wouldn't entrust a person who isn't sanctioned to do if it was so important. But you're right. Everything under the light of Pelos is indeed important, and we owe our grace and breath to it. But it is really boring. So, I guess then, I guess the boat will be prepared. But tell Yadius, she sort of looks around within a place where she seems so comfortable speaking. Tell him that when this is complete, I will speak with him alone. Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
How long is the boat trip, and how do you intend to dress us up? And he looks at his sister and points at himself.
I'm so glad you asked. As you turn around and you see the two brothers of Pelor just standing there in these beautiful, like golden white robes with robes within their hands as well. I think you'll look fantastic. And the boat ride's only about 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Just for my own peace of mind, is this not considered for you sacrilege that we will be wearing the robes, we will be impersonating? Like, I know we asked you for this and we probably would do it anyways, but I just wanted to understand why you're so okay with this.
They're just robes, darling. Where do you come from that has such meaning on the clothes we wear over our flesh? If I wished, I could walk around this temple naked.
Oh. Far away, far away.
Everywhere.
And I look to my brother like, far. So far.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate gold and white probably aren't your colors, but again, I think you'll look dashing. If you don't want to be seen, there are hoods.
Nix makes a face.
Well, I look forward to this.
Should we perhaps grab some charcoal to make our hair completely black? Because black and white stands out a little bit.
Or chalk to make it all white. Variety.
I'm sure that can be arranged, but there are hoods to these vestments if you choose.
Wonderful.
Elira, with me.
Yes.
You can both explore the main hall as the brothers sort of stand towards the side and let you walk through. They will escort you to a place where you can get appropriately changed. If it is indeed right now you wish to do this. If not, you may take them with you, but just please don't stain them. Awfully expensive silk. As Elira, you follow her to a smaller room. In this room, there are shelves upon shelves of scrolls and tomes. You have been in here a handful of times. There are cushions on the floor where you must ceremonially kneel to be able to receive a blessing. And as she like performs this sort of passage of rite to be able to recite this ritual yourself, she does everything that she has to do. She lights candles. She allows sunlight through this ceiling by like turning a mechanism, and like an iron hole opens up on the ceiling, allowing some light to flow down onto the cushion which you're kneeling on. Waves some sort of burning herbs within the air, and places a necklace of all gold, silver, bronze, crystal, and shell around, like seashells around your neck, and places it over there. And while she's doing all this, she's talking to you very casually. She says, "I hope you know what you're doing, sister. I believe in your abilities to bring the light forth as it may, but those scars on your neck prove to me that you've already gotten in quite a little bit of trouble with the shade resistance. You sure this is what you want to do?"
Yes, it is. I think it's for the right reasons, and the people that I'm with, they are pretty good, I think. I mean, they did help me when this situation occurred, so I think at least I'm in trusted somewhat hands. So, yes.
I see.
I do wish to proceed.
I see. Well, always trust in Pelor more than those who dwell under their gaze. But you are one of our most talented hands within this temple. I only offer caution. I admit, for a selfish reason, as I miss you, and I do not wish to see you harmed. Although you are a very talented individual, and the light lives through you more potently than I've seen with a lot of the old drags that wander around in robes around this temple. I just want you to be safe.
I will be. Don't worry.
Good, because if anything happens to you, I'll cut that ox's balls off. Do you hear me?
Sounds like a plan.
Wonderful. Anyway, this is all done. Here's the scroll that you have to read at the site. Make it sound convincing. You are representing the Sisters of Pelora. Please, give it your all. And, who knows? You perhaps might find some enlightenment from this task. Although I've done it about 20 times, and it's just as boring every time.
Thank you, High Priestess.
But, ooh, how exciting, an infiltration. Well, don't tell anyone. I won't either. Who would I tell? I'm cooped up in here all day. Well, go and find your friends. I will have the boat prepared down by the docks at a time which suits you best. If you need it, it'll be done within the hour, and I'll have a few of our brothers stationed there for the rest of the evening, to a time which suits your fancy.
That's
Wonderful.
great. Thank you, High Priestess. Thank you.
Wonderful. Owen, your hair looks lovely. I like it like
Thank you.
that. As you leave, we go back over to the docks. Give me an investigation check, everyone who was going to the docks. So Yelena, Columbia, and Gruntar.
I see nothing. I'm
You see-
looking at the sky, just like.
15.
And a 7 from Gruntar. You search around the docks for a little bit until Yelena, quite accustomed to hearing the well, first of all, the smell of ocean water again greets you. For a moment, you feel somewhat at home, seeing the workmen of the docks moving the crates around, loading up fishermen boats, loading up different cargoes, and quite accustomed to the brawly mansplaining which happens amongst dock workers and amongst sailors. You are very much aware that there is gambling going on. You see a hurdle of men in a corner. Some big, you see a half-orc with sort of black skin, like charcoal black skin with like some tattoos on. He sits on a crate. Another crate is turned upside down, and on the other side is the individual indeed that you're looking for. You see them playing a game with a set of die, wherein they have a small wooden cup, and they both at the same time shake this cup and let it go out onto this circular sort of barrel top on this circular crate top. And you see the orc sort of angry because he loses this half orc. He's like, every goddamn time. And you see Santeri going, that's just the way it goes, I'm afraid, friend.
So, for a moment, I stop and take a sniff of the ocean, and I fight back a small tear that tries to make its way into my eye. As we walk along, and I see the game. Do I know the game?
You actually don't. This is you've probably seen something very similar played before, but it's called something different here, or it's just a completely different game. They don't play this back in Faerun. It is a game native to the to Pelos. wherein they have to battle each other with the outcome of the number on these dice, or the symbols on these dice, and each of these symbols represents something different. Almost think rock, paper, scissors, but doubled, so like there are 6 outcomes, and each die roll will depend on how well the other goes against it, and it's a best out of 3 each time. And you see there's some coins and that are sort of wagered to the side, which Santeri sort of like drags into himself. Perfect. Just 50 more games of this and possibly be able to get my shop back.
Going to lean into them, the other 2. Remind me what we wanted from this man.
I'm
You
currently
mean-
looking at a seagull, not paying attention. I'm mesmerized by this seagull at the moment.
You're muted, by the way, Grunther. Yeah, you're muted.
Hi. Grant's just looking at Columbia, looking at the seagull, not understanding the fascination. Was the sending stones that we needed to get, which
What was it?
again going to be really important for this upcoming hunt?
Oh yes, sorry. No, he might be able to do sending stones in the shop and getting him over there to say the story that apparently we borrowed something from him and that stuff.
Before you interrupt them, how do we want this to play out? If we can't, these sending stones would be really good for this heist. So I don't know, if push comes to shove and he doesn't seem to want to go along, do we?
As far as I know, sending stones only work once a day, but you're right, they would be very useful.
It'd be good if something goes down, and it would be good to alarm the others that something has gone down.
If he seems a little reluctant to help us, though, do we make a thing of it, or do we not overstep?
We have a few options. We can threaten him. We could ask if he wants to
No.
gamble.
He needs help. Like, we promised to help him. Maybe he
Okay.
respects that and will help us in return, because we did promise to, to help him where we can.
Well,
Kindness does go far, It's not all about threatening people.
A lot of it is about threatening people, but okay. Let's find out what he wants. That is the easiest way. You talk to someone, you know what they want. Much easier. You helped him before. You are familiar with him.
Somewhat. I helped tidy up his shop, but that was about it.
I was there.
Anyway, right. I'll just go over and just say hi.
You walk over. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just doing some shopping around the market, and I was walking past your shop just to see if I could see how you were doing, and then there's a guard stood outside, and he said that you might be around this way, so I thought I'd come and see how you're doing after, the other day and your shop and everything.
Yeah, bastards won't even let me even near the thing now. Well, how I'm doing is out on a crate in Cocowell. Winning at it, mind you, but I guess fortune can't always be up. Yes, unfortunately there's nothing that I can do. No court officials will see me. My license is revoked unless I pay a fine of 600 and something gold, but I won't be winning that here for another 2 years if these cheap bastards don't keep putting up proper wages. Well, you keep winning, so why would I keep putting up these big wages? Look, it's not my fault I'm better than you at this. These are
Question. What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I came across... Excuse me, fellas. someone else take my place, as he sort of takes all this gold and puts it into his little pouch. Come over here. As he takes you just not too far from it, behind some crates, as the whole sort of dock is still busy. I found an item which obtained some form of strange blue glowing dust. And apparently that's cause for shutting a shop down, or nearly breaking a man's jaw. That's what it's worth these days, and the item was taken. My shop was turned upside down as they were looking for more of it. I told them I only had a little bit, and I'd found it amongst crates that were brought in.
Yes, they do tend to get protective over that.
Why are you asking these questions anyway? I have nothing left. What can I do for you?
You know that we promised to try and help you in any way that we can, and you know what we're trying to do, sort of getting ourselves into by being here.
I can imagine.
We were going to seek out a small amount of help because we're about to do something utterly stupid. But obviously we don't know many people here that would help us, and we were looking for some sending stones, and apparently you might know where or how to get them.
People have big mouths in this small city.
I promise I won't tell another soul. Well, the three of us. We can promise we won't tell another soul. It's because we're about to do something so utterly stupid that I don't know if we'll survive, but I want to do good here, as you know, and this will help us towards that. And obviously I want to help you in any way I can and get your shop back.
What is it you're about to do?
I can't say, but it's really stupid, and it means that my friends are going to have to split up, hence the sending stones to alert of danger.
Honestly, you are safer not knowing. However, we do have a few contacts. We have a few contacts which they might actually be able to maybe cancel your fine. I don't guarantee anything, but you know.
Tanteri is very interested. Contacts which probably wouldn't want to meet on a dark night if I owed money to, correct?
I think you'd be right on the mark there, mate.
Just to reiterate, I provide you the sending stones. You get me in touch with someone who can get my shop back.
And a discount going forwards, should you get your shop back. Let's say 15%?
Tanteri likes you, yes. Well, nothing is promised with him, Pelor, but the one thing I can promise you is, yes, I do have a set of sending stones, although not on my person. Only a crazy individual would take such valuable items around with them.
Well, we have that sorted. You simply need to turn up to your shop, explain to the guard outside that my friend already purchased an item from you and that you need to retrieve it.
Just don't cry in front of him, because he's not a big fan of crying.
Don't know what this has to do with it, but the stones aren't at my store, or what was my store.
Ah.
I will retrieve them, and I will give them to you. In a place of my choosing, if that works for you. I don't want any guards sniffing around anything that I'm still doing.
Make it somewhere public and busy.
Of course. Give
I'm happy to make it.
Give me an hour. You are aware of Imbari, the smith?
An hour?
Is he the one that made the axe?
Yes, he is indeed. Yeah. We go.
You're all too familiar.
we go back a few years, he wouldn't mind this interaction being done in the back of his smith shop. If that works for you.
I would prefer it if it were done somewhere with a lot of people.
Okay.
That way we're both safe. We won't do anything stupid and you won't do anything stupid.
Of course. Well, in that case, why don't you meet me back here in an hour?
Deal.
Wonderful.
Quick question. Are there clocks in Ashara? Or sundials? How do we know when an hour's passed?
Oh, you said clocks. I was like, what? There aren't.
Announced very well.
Loads of fertility statues.
Yeah. There aren't clocks per se. There would be like some sundials. You would notice that on the temple, the front face of the temple, the sun which sort of turns, there is a longer spike which protrudes out of the golden sun. So you can sort of ascertain from their time, if so you needed, but not within the lower reaches anyway. In other places, perhaps. But as you wait, as Santeri slithers off to go and fetch these sending stones, a boat being prepared down by the docks with all sorts of an arrangement of white flowers and gold and white veils. Nox and Nyx getting changed into their vestments, and Elira reading and preparing for the ritual that will commence upon the intrusion of this prison. That's where we're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a short while. Bye.
Oof, TPK. That's a hard one. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm one of the co-founders of Nat20Fest. We just wanted to make a short video to let you know what you can expect from your weekend. Here's my co-founder Josh to take you through a few of the things that will be on at the festival.
Nat20Fest will be made up of multiple areas. The first area I'd like to talk to you about is our fantasy village. At the heart of the fantasy village is our tavern. Our tavern will have everything you expect to come from a fantasy tavern. We will have food, snacks, drinks, everything that you need to indulge on in between games. Also in the tavern will be a small stage. The small stage will feature amazing artists such as bard music and poets. Moving out of the fantasy tavern will be our market square. Our market square will be compiled of vetted vendors. As mentioned on our social media, all vendors will be vetted to ensure there will be no AI and 3D printed slop. Moving away from the fantasy village, we go over to our gaming village. Our gaming village will feature multiple big top tents. Each tent will showcase a different game, whether it be D&D and TTRPGs, TCGs, and then miniatures. In each tent, we will have competitions, events, workshops, and areas for you to play your favorite games. Also in the gaming village will be small private teepees. In these teepees, you can book a time slot to game with your favorite creator. Moving out of the gaming village, we head over to our music area. The music area is compiled of 2 stages, an indoor DJ tent and a main stage. The main stage will start the day off with some amazing live shows from your favorite D&D creators, TCG creators, and much more. Later in the day, we will feature some amazing bands and top the day off with an amazing headliner. Over in the DJ tent, we'll have some amazing DJs playing music from early till late. This area will be an over 18 area, so you can fully let your hair down and be yourself. And then finally, to finish the night off, we have our camping area. This will be the area you go to rest and get ready for the next day of Nat 20 Fest.
Why support Nat 20 Fest on Kickstarter? Simply, they're the cheapest tickets you're ever going to get.
So if, like us, you enjoy all this, then please consider supporting our Kickstarter.
We'd love to be able to get Nat 20 Fest off the ground running.
It will also help us turn our imagination into reality to ensure that everyone who attends Nat 20 has the most immersive, incredible time.
We've already had so much support from the community. But don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself.
Until right now, there's truly been nothing like it. I've been to different Ren fairs, I've been to sort of conventions which host these sort of things, and nothing actually cares enough to put it all in one tailored space for everyone to be able to enjoy things and learn and come together, and that's exactly what Nat 20's do.
Hobby events are so important because they bring all of us like-minded nerds together to celebrate all of the amazing games, systems, miniatures, and stories that we love.
So my name's Ben, aka the Eldritch Cartographer, and I think that Nat 20 Fest is a really important third space. It's a true escape from the rest of life, and I genuinely cannot wait to be there, and I hope you guys are excited too.
Besides, they're going to have a tavern there, so we're going to be able to talk about all the cool Dungeons and Dragons stories ever and get a little bit drunk, just a little bit.
And we can't wait to see you all at Nat 2027. See you there. Love you.
Giving people a space to thrive and be truly what they want to be. The world of Eos has been the battlefield between the light and the darkness for millennia. The lands and its continents are rife with the stains of war. The natural order of life does sustain, but the threat to its existence hangs in the balance. Embark on a journey to thwart the plans of the evil wardeness Heska and escape the dreaded halls for Saltward Prison. Prepare to face the onslaught of the demon lords which dwell within its walls and strive to restore balance to a once sacred temple, now corrupted and twisted to be a breeding ground for the armies of darkness. This is the escape from Saltward Prison. And welcome back to Blood and Sand, the continuation of our campaign. Before the break, our guys... What did you guys do before the break? Oh, I know. You guys went around town a little bit after devising your plan, speaking with Yadius, Percy, and the other one. Why do I completely forget his name right now? Zakir. Zakir, indeed. About the infiltration of Saltward Prison to retrieve these Shade Resistance members. You went around town and spoke to someone to retrieve a certain ring which can turn one of you invisible. You also found a person who you've recently helped before, as you heard that he has sending stones which might come in aid within this this prison infiltration. As a few of you went to do that, Elira, Nox, and Nyx went to the Temple of Pelor to request the aid of the High Priestess there for a sort of mock disguise ritual that usually occurs, and instead found out that a actual ritual was going to be taking place and Elira was going to be the one doing it. So, guys, what is it that you would like to do now?
Before we do anything, did we discuss how we're gonna meet back up before infiltrating the prison? Because I
assumed we were having a long rest first, because we haven't rested yet.
But you all had a long rest when you came back from the beach before you started devising a plan as Elira.
We started planning first.
No, we had the long rest. It was.
Oh, I fucking missed that shit.
Yeah, you did. You all had a long rest. Heather's cat's just like staring at her like, what's next? And indeed, what is next, guys? Do you just wait an hour at the docks waiting for Celeri to return?
Yeah. Nyx and Nox already like get dressed fully into the gold, white. Okay.
Yeah, you're in the full garbs.
Okay, I don't think he won't talk anymore since he has those garbs on.
Okay.
Do you want me to the guys? Shall I go back to the temple and grab the others while we're waiting for the geezer to come back with the sending stones?
Might look a bit suspicious, us hanging around with a bunch of people who might be in disguise. I've got an idea. I'll be back, and I'm just going to take a quick wander over to the temple, and I'm going to literally just stand outside and send them a message.
Okay.
And just let them know what we're doing and, like, where to meet us, or we'll meet them.
Yeah. You'll be able to reply once whoever decides who you're sending this specific message to.
Nox.
Are
you listening?
I zoned out a little.
I'm standing outside, letting you know that we are waiting around for an hour for the guy with the sending stones, and that we'll.
So I know this is what Az normally asks, but what does it look like? What are you doing when this sudden thought just comes into your head? Like, what's?
I'm probably just like looking at. Oh, actually, I'm wearing white. I usually wear black, so this is fitting. I'm just looking at my clothes like. This is. It's so light.
They are the vestments of the light, dear. As this old woman sort of helps you put them on.
Indeed, they are. Exactly. Very, very light, very fitting for the god of light.
And then this message comes through to you.
And even if the lady is still like helping me put it on, I will just say to Elira and to to Nyx, like, oh, they're waiting. They need like an hour to get the things that they're getting to have for all of us to share. So yeah.
Any response to the message itself to send one back to Yelena?
I have 25 words. I have to think math now.
Oh, there's no word limit.
Oh, there isn't?
Nah, sending. Message has no word limit.
Okay. Wearing light-colored clothes feels unnatural. Yeah, we're basically wrapped up. I think Elira is a High Priestess now. We'll be there soon. Or do you want to come meet us here once you have the things?
I bet you look absolutely stunning. Elira is a High Priestess. Good for her. Group decision. Do we want to meet them, or do they want to meet us? We would have discussed it before I left.
Yeah, we are going from different entrances, and we would be going straight into the back entrance. So, I don't...
Do we need to go back to the Shade Resistance to get the uniforms and stuff?
You don't have them on you, yeah. Whoever's going to...
We will need to, so... maybe we all just meet back up at the Shade Resistance. Maybe that's the plan.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool. I said that.
Wonderful. High Priestess Venera, she organizes the boat, walks out with you and tells you that it'll be down by the docks. It'll be the easiest one to spot as it's covered in gold and white drapes. Loads of flowers will surround it. She looks towards you. Elira, remember what we spoke about? It was a pleasure meeting both of you. May Pelos and Pelor guide your ways. As she walks off. Santeri returns with a huge grin on his face and a box in his hand. Just as promised. Now don't forget that I would be in your debt, and a discount will be applied to any of your purchases if my shop is up and running again. Thank you. As he hands the box to you, Yelena.
I will open it and double check that he's given us what we asked for.
These are indeed little round marble stones with a sort of swirling insignia on each of them that match perfectly.
Very well. We will do our best to facilitate the return of your shop.
I appreciate it. Once per sunrise, you can use these. They'll be able to reach pretty much across the whole continent, if you so wish.
Marvelous. We won't need that far, but it's always good to have contingencies.
Of course, and
have yourself a lovely day.
We will. We will. Be careful whatever it is that you're doing.
Why would we be careful?
Well, good day.
If we were being careful, we wouldn't be doing what we were doing.
After you have all completed your tasks, unless there is anything anyone else would like to do whilst still within the lower reaches, you can find your way back to that same grate with those Shade Resistance members standing there, either as a collective or in the separated groups. The men stand there in front of this grate with their arms folded, looking at you all. Assad the Sherry.
Open the... What did you say to us?
Assad the Sherry.
Open the fucking door. I'm in no mood for games.
Resist deny.
Huh?
Resist deny.
They look at you and open the grate as that one of them sort of like looks and shakes, nods his head. They open the grate and you descend back down into the shade. Resistance. It's the hideout. So,
Nick, I didn't know you spoke shade.
I have spoken to some people, and I know how to greet and say goodbye.
I'm glad we're finding this out now.
Well, if you ask around a little bit and talk to the people here, you would have probably figured it out yourself as well.
Touche.
We can write it down for you.
Thanks. I don't know how to read, so you might just have to keep telling me it.
Oh, we can teach you how to read.
Thanks. I appreciate that, love.
cool.
Oh,
Now back down in the hideout. You visit Percy in the armored tent, in the armory tent, and he outfits who with guard outfits?
So I'm assuming, well, that's going to be those going with Elira.
I thought we're split into two groups, aren't we? So isn't it one?
The plan changed. So there's one group going in the back entrance. Quick question: Are you trying to go in the back entrance quietly, or are you going to announce yourselves and enter?
well, we are going to do the ritual. Like, we have these white robes. We are the guards of the High Priestess.
We are indeed.
Okay, good. So you're letting them know that you're coming in and you're going in the back.
I think it's always
Yes.
for like when going through the back, you let them know. You go. That's what's happening.
I hate you all. I hate you all. God.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't have to.
I
Okay.
don't know what you're talking about. I'm just clarifying the plan.
So the
Yes.
priests.
Priestess coming in.
So the priests are coming in the back, and there's two of you with means of being invisible, and one of you reducing yourself to an animal.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
that
then
would.
three of us are going to well, maybe not the front, but from the side. And we're going to enter. And
Alright.
sort
Okay.
of just-
Okay.
We're going to find some keys as well.
Nice. Never know what you're going to find at a prison.
I imagine keys. Keys are
Soap.
Perhaps.
Soap.
Yeah.
so.
What is happening? So, Gruntar and Yelena and Columbia, your plan is to go in the front of the prison without being seen with the use of invisibility.
Oh, no. We're Columbia and Nox and Yelena are going invisible, going quiet, and then Grunthar, Nyx, and Ilaria are going together because
Wait,
those two look like.
But
no, I'm also dressed as a priest guard.
Oh yeah, you're
so
dressed
I'm
as a
going with
priest, aren't you?
Yeah, so-
Okay, so it's just me and Columbia then.
Well, what's Gruntar doing then? Because a guard's not meant to accompany.
I thought he was accompanying them as a guard. I thought that was the whole idea.
So within the ritual, a guard doesn't like accompany on the boat. It's just members from the temple that go there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. If you
In that case, I'm dressed as a guard. Columbia's a mouse in my pocket,
yeah,
and Leighton is also a guard.
Gruntar's a guard. Okay, awesome. And you're
There we
all
go.
and you guys. The plan
I
is
know
to
where I am.
walk up to the front and go invisible. Correct?
Well, no, we're going to walk in, and then we're going to go invisible once we've got some keys.
Okay. Okay. Sure, let's see how that works. Awesome.
Well, why are we going to be dressed as guards otherwise? Otherwise, we might as well just walk and fucking...
Escorting a prisoner?
I thought you were invisible to get in there, and then when your invisibility wears off or you take it off, you're already dressed as guards, so people aren't going to look at it. I'm not playing. I'm a DM. You guys do it.
You know, I've just had a thought. Why don't we go invisible in
Yeah,
there?
fuck off.
Why don't that? It's just come to me from.
Well, my whole
the
thought
ether.
was like, if we're invisible, then no one's going to see us unlocking doors. Whereas if we go in invisible and then we're dressed as guards and we're just walking around unlocking doors, someone's going to be like, "Why the fuck are you unlocking doors?"
I've never walked into a prison before, but I'm assuming there's some sign-up sheet that you need to write to get in there. I don't think they're just going to let us in. I mean,
It's bullshit, are we?
I
Well, then we might as well just go invisible and just walk around fucking unlocking doors rather than this whole bullshit of like pretending to be guards. Why are we even being invisible at that point?
You hear Percy go, "Hey, I just got the guard outfits. I don't fucking know what you guys want to do with it. Be naked for all I care, but that invisibility potion wears off in an hour, and so
It's
does
not,
any."
If we're in there for an hour, we are fucked up.
Well, it's a big place.
And you was going to take me in as a guard. We were going to go in there, and if things get hairy, we then go invisible, and that's how
That's what I thought
first
as
plan
well.
I came up with. I thought we were way past that.
I thought that was such an amazing plan. That's what I've stuck to throughout.
That's very sweet of you, but I thought it was just gone to the wind. I don't know.
Okay, let's do
What
that
we
one
doing?
then.
What we
It's
doing?
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Fuck it, let's walk in invisible and see what the fuck happens.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
And I'm a mouse. Am I sticking as a mouse?
Hang on, wait. Question. If she's a mouse in my pocket and I'm invisible, can they just see a floating mouse?
Can you be a fly? Like an insect instead.
There you go, be a fly. Be a
You
fly.
can just sneak in as a mouse. Don't you need to be in a pocket to get in a prison as a mouse?
I know, because then they might see a mouse and be like, "Oh, mouse!"
And you guys will walk faster than a mouse will crawl, I imagine. Kind of, potentially.
I think you pair should be as guards, Columbia and Yelena. Me as a prisoner, and you take me in. They're going in through the back, we going through the front.
Can you see me as a guard in any sense? Do you think anyone's going to believe that I'm a guard?
I think you can be anything you set your mind to, darling. I honestly believe it.
That is very sweet of you, but can you think of anyone more like guard? Disney princess maybe, not fucking guard.
Disney doesn't exist in this world, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about. But
I don't know what that is.
Rogue princess maybe, not guard.
my world's not evil, thank you.
I have a headache. Okay.
Unless I don't know, I could be the prisoner. I could have done something shady. I don't know.
Are we there? Yeah, I was gonna suggest literally
You're
that
there.
Columbia could be the prisoner.
I could be the prisoner.
Perfect, we'll do that.
Done. So we're walking up as guards. You're a prisoner. Once we are in, we go invisible. You turn into a mouse or whatever the fuck. You find us some keys. We start unlocking fucking doors.
Okay, one last question. What did I do?
You enjoyed a succulent elven meal. That was the time. We had to
You
do
did
it.
what you did.
Percy
You-
goes, "Well, you are currently being looked for by the guards, so maybe it's just you."
That's actually very good points. Okay, I didn't think of that. I forgot.
I mean, you're all sort of being looked for, so like any of you get spotted, then, you know, make sure you keep the visors down.
Wait.
If I look at the floor, is it like muddy or is it like just dirt?
It's like rock and dirt. There's a few like puddles and stuff. There's the sewers. Why?
I'm gonna wipe shit on your face.
No. No. Whatever it is you're thinking, Nix, no. I don't like the way you're looking at the floor and the mess and the dirt. No.
My white hair stands out.
Obviously, give the sending stone to the other party to make that clear. Both parties now have a sending stone.
Okay.
Who has the sending zone?
One of you can. I've got message.
Can I have? I'll take one, and then who's in your party?
Who out of you three are having it?
I think Lyra, because worst case scenario, Nyx and I can speak to each other telepathically, kind of, if it works, which sometimes it doesn't. So Lyra just is the safest bet, I would say, in my opinion.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, happy with that.
Okay. Before you leave, as you guys will have to go. You'll have to split off to two different sort of ends. Percy stands at the one side, and Zakia stands on the other side, and Yadia stands in the middle. I guess thanks are in order, but my old man taught me never really to thank someone until a job's done, but he was drunk and an asshole, so thanks. Means a lot. If you find them alive, try and keep them that way. If they've gone mad, put them out their misery. If you see anything else, make sure you save yourselves. Okay, well, I'm not good at goodbyes, so I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
Bye. Percy looks at Colum. What is happening?
There's a moth. There's a huge fucking moth in it.
Columbia, Yelena, and Grunta split off with Percy. He goes, "This will bring us right out in the sewers, just below the ramp that leads up to the to Saltward Prison. You'll have to walk up the ramp. Might be some unsightly sights there, so just be prepared to see hanging bodies and whatnot." As well as Zakia takes Nox, Nyx, and Elira through towards the other tunnel, towards the docks. Still injured and somewhat limping and holding his side. He turns and says, I wish we had a better way of doing this, I really do, but Yadius may not show his appreciation as much as he feels it, but from all of us, you're not just saving random members here, these are our brothers, people who have given a lot of their lives to dedicate to what we are trying to do here, and it will gain you all a lot of favor doing this. And please, take care of our priestess. She means a lot. Setting up the tunnels and the sewer trails leading out of the grates. You guys go down to the docks, and there stands the two brothers, two members of the Pelor Temple, who stand there and do not say anything to you. And there is a ceremonial candle, which, like a large wicker stick with a candle on top, which is a light. And one of the men hands it to you, Elira. And they both await for you guys to stand on this. It's like double the size of a canoe. It's got really nice like gold engravings on the outside of it, and it's covered in flowers and stuff, and there's incense like on sticks either side of it, and like a drape around it on like this pole standing in the middle. You would know that your place is to stand center and front on the boat, almost like Titanic, like right center on the front of the boat. And Nox and Nyx, wherever you would like to stand to make it look as traditional as possible, you may do so.
I will take the exact same stance as the other brothers at the temple, church, chapel, and stand behind the priestess. Couple steps.
I will do the same, and maybe we could like form almost a triangle with Ilara at front and us like to the side and in the back.
Okay. That's really cool. As the brothers, as those individuals step on with you either side to sort of create this almost a diamond now with all of you on, they take their seats and begin to row this boat. Elira, you do have a written thing that like you should read as this is happening. Can you just do me a performance check?
Yes.
Can she get advantage because she has us like kind of also dressed and playing the part?
I mean, you're not doing anything to help her read, unfortunately.
All right, valid.
Yeah.
16.
Good enough. Good enough. I mean, you're very familiar with the ways of your temple anyway, and you've seen rituals and things conducted. You've seen ceremonies carried out to make this believable and to play your part. You do a very good job in doing so. As for the next half an hour or so, you guys take the trajectory around the southern coast of Pelos towards where you guys know is a large sanded area that leads up to the back of Saltward Prison. On the flip side of Pelos, of Saltward Prison, walking up a ancient sandstone ramp which probably stretches for about half a mile into the upper reaches. People trying to sell wares, people walking to and from the upper city. You see guards are already like rough-handing some people who are like causing an issue, trying to sort of like shout and protest outside of the prison itself. Carriages and people walking their goats and stuff up this place. It is a very crowded slope. This is probably one of the busiest places within Pelos that you guys have seen, other than the marketplace and the docks. Walking up, dressed as guards, Yelena and Grunta, holding chains that were given to you by the Shade Resistance, even though you guys didn't ask for that, but still, to make the ruse work, holding chains with Columbia, as it was implied so vigorously, holding Columbia.
We mentioned it, we discussed it actually with them.
Of course we did. Holding these chains with Columbia in the center, walking up, you come to a huge, like, there is a dug-in moat around the gates of Saltward Prison. This place is massive. It is like a castle that you would have seen back in Faerun times 5. These 4 huge, thick, hexagonal. I'm gonna go for it. Hexagonal. Like huge spiring sandstone towers, thick walls sort of interlock with each other. There's a sort of like there's a split within the center of each of these towers where like a huge wall would be, where guards, Black Fleet guards, stand with crossbows and bows and arrows, flame lit torches on the walls all the way around this thing. Huge rocky cliffs surround the whole base of the prison, and as I said, there is a moat which is dug in, but there's no water within it. It's fully dried up, and a huge 120-foot drawbridge, probably around 60 feet in width, fully descended and locked into place. Huge chains leading up to a 20-foot archway leading into the prison. There are around 6 Pelosian city guards on the outside, still on the sort of on the bank which is before the moat. And then past that, standing at the door, are two heavily armed black fleet guards. Blackened armor, black pauldrons, black turbans. They stand there almost militantly stiff and still, holding these large curved halberds as they stand there facing each other. You have no issue passing the Pelosian guard as they just sort of like nod at you guys. But when you get to the front door, both halberds put down in front of each other, crossing the blades. Admittance. Where is this one going to?
Just to backtrack a little bit, the whole way up I've been just sending messages to Columbia to say it's okay to be scared. Let's just keep your nod, and hopefully everything will be fine. If things go to shit, turn into a bird, fly the fuck away.
I would just be keeping my head down the entire time.
Okay. Do me, Columbia, do me a stealth check. And both you and both Yelena and Grunter, can you do me a deception check, please?
That's a 16 on stealth.
Okay, you managed to conceal your face from the mass of people walking around. It's busy anyway at this time of day. Prisoners come.
Say I would have a hood up to specifically hide the purple
Cool.
of my hair.
13.
A 13 and a 14. Okay. You're not taking the eye. There is a very similar like outfit to the guardsmen of Pelos. Not many are A, female, and B, as massive as Grunter is. But it's not uncommon. It does happen as well. So you get to the front. The halberds cross over in front of you. Admittance. Where's this one meant to be going?
We've been told to take this one to... And I will rattle off the name of one of the bits that we were told about, but Jay can't remember. One of the more, like, kind of isolated bits that I remember.
Okay.
Was mentioned.
So you would have known and heard and remembered like the words interrogation and things. So if you say she is going to interrogation,
there we go.
The halberds begin to lift as you walk through. Visors halfway down, you walk through. And walking out of this same door at the same time, you see Rubitrus and Admiral Yasaj walking out, discussing with each other something. You muted, by the way, like.
Oh man, can I hear what they've said? Can I eavesdrop?
Do me a perception check.
$13.
13. You can't hear the whole sentence. Something you do pick up on is you will hear that well, we've already paid the Red Vipers quite a substantial amount. I hope that they get their job done. He's an old man. Don't worry about him. I'm sure he'll be put in the ground sooner rather than later. Fear not, Yasaj. We are very capable in what we do, and we pay them a lot to ensure that they will get their job done. But he is known for scurrying around and making friends in higher places. Listen, Joe knows nothing. and it will remain that way. And when it heads on a spike, we will drink to it, old friend.
Damn.
Yelena's gonna do something stupid.
No, okay, Grunt's gonna look at Yelena.
Nah, she's gonna.
No,
Bite off his other ear?
this is sidebar. This is what I meant before when we said we make a plan, get there, forget the plan, and then just wander.
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't know that he was gonna be there, so.
I do it.
Can we?
What does Yelena do as she stands there hearing these words? He even walks next to you and somewhat bumps your shoulder and he goes, "Sorry, soldier."
You know what you're doing, as.
Aaron, you do that?
Hey, I'm just saying what happens in this cool story that we're all making.
I'm gonna drop back. I'm gonna let those two walk ahead, and I'm gonna send a quick message, which says, "Get ready to disappear."
You haven't even given me any of the fucking.
Yeah, you've got the potion.
You have the
I would have given you
potion, yeah.
Okay, I don't think anyone's given me the potion, but okay, I've got a potion.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but that would have been part of the prep, is giving you the potion. She's she's not good. She wouldn't let the chance slip through her fingers. I'm sorry, guys. She wouldn't.
Are you letting us get far enough ahead that?
Oh yeah, I'm letting you get right far a fucking head. Like, I'm not just doing it next to you.
You can all see these events unfolding. I will preface this by saying that even if you were all together, this would be an incredibly unfair fight. You also would remember and probably recall, whether she would give a fuck or not, that Yadius had promised to put you in a room with that person sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but she's got explosives. And he's right the fuck there.
Yeah, but you've got to play your character how you play your character, but I don't think she would.
And it doesn't matter what you do, if you put explosives in someone's mouth and blow them up, then they are gone.
That's assuming you're going to get close enough to his mouth to make that happen.
Or even next to him, under him. If he's in the vicinity of them, he's dead.
Well, you just hear Grunt and mouth. Columbia will just hear Grunt and say "fuck" as they're still walking ahead.
I can still
you can try and stop it, but...
I can still respond to the last message because I haven't responded once at all.
You can, yeah.
They will respond to that message and say, "You will get yourself killed before you get revenge. Do not fucking do it. Stick to the plan, and you will get your revenge soon enough."
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to make a persuasion check. Because... Jeez.
That's a 21. Good persuasion for a druid.
Yeah. She stops for a moment and she hears Columbia's voice and begrudgingly keeps walking.
Okay.
But you see, she's got an explosive in her fucking hand.
You walk successfully into Saltward Prison. As you walk in, Black Fleet guards, all manning stations. There is a huge engraved symbol of a black cutlass on the floor that you walk over, some sort of obsidian or burnt stone creates the shape of it. As you walk into the center, you look up, and this is a completely sort of open-faced area. As you walk in, you can see the sky above you, the blue sky and the clouds, and just the corner of Agura and a fair bit of Sunus. As the light shines down in onto this central inner courtyard of the prison, you have 5 ways to go actually. Dead ahead of you, there is 2 guards posted by a very large staircase which leads down. You would know from looking at the plans and referring back to them that this leads down to the bottom floor where the dungeon was. You also see that each of these towers are like embedded on the inside as well as the outside. You see 3 sides of it and large open archways that can lead into each of these towers. Again, I will give you a visual aid for this. And so those at home who are watching as well, they can see. You guys would be standing right here in the center, and ahead of you this way, you see huge drawbridge doors that are sort of open, leading out to a bright sandy wasteland, loads of jagged grey rocks. This is this spiral staircase leading downwards. And then these all here are the doorways leading into each of respected areas within the prison. Now, we can roll stuff if you forget, but Percy did tell you the outline of this place. So, I ask you, what would you like to do?
Well, I think we should go into room 3.
We know that's a possible place. Looking towards room 3, is it easy to get in there? Is there doors? Does there seem to be the need for keys to get into that specific area?
These are huge, huge archways which are completely open. Guards walk around. Some sort of very important officials walk around in robes and stuff as well. You see some prisoners are being dragged in. The main bulk of prisoners, if you were to stand in the center of this place for long enough to not cause people to be suspect of you guys, but also monitoring what goes on, people are processed and interrogated in 1 and 2. So you guys taking a prisoner straight into here might seem strange, but if you want to do that, that's what we can do. Up to you.
Are we being watched right now?
Do me a perception check.
13.
13.
You can't see anyone. You have a quick scan around. Everyone's watching you at some point. It is the guards' duty to be watching. You see guards posted up on small rafters. Any sudden movements, you know, even with a 13, that they're gonna be noticed very quickly. Anything out of place moves in this system that's happening, it's gonna be called out. All it takes is a shout.
I would whisper to both of them as low as I can, is like, take me to the interrogation. We need to follow the process here. And I'll say it so quietly, so hopefully only those 2 can physically hear that.
Grunter's gonna just look at Yelena and see what they want to do.
Yelena just walks off to the interrogation
Okay.
area.
Going into the first block. It is cut and copy in each of these blocks. A huge set of sandstone stairs which splits off to a balcony which retracts on itself all the way around to fully circumference this tower that you're now standing in. Cell doors, doors leading to corridors containing huge cells are just printed 10 times on either side, which fully surround this area. Watching another pair of guards drag a prisoner in, instinctively you follow them. You take Columbia through this door. Metal, rusted bars either side of it. Flames burn on the torches hanging on the walls. And as you lead her down, you can hear wails and screams of torture. You walk past signs of Black Fleet members peeling the fingernails and flesh off someone's fingers as they sit in this chair and writhe around. I'll speak! Taking a moment to just glance as these people are interrogated. Blood on some of the cell floors. You see the people in front of you, probably around 90 feet or so, turn off into one of the cell rooms, to the point where you are now, all three of you, in this corridor alone. There are still open cells either side. Iron plate doors with just a small hatch of grids in between them. What would you like to do?
Can we see that we are completely alone at the moment? Is there people down the ends of the corridors? Can we physically see anyone?
The only things that you can see are the corners and shoulders of Black Fleet guards all the way behind you, standing at the entrance to this cell block.
But am I right in thinking room 1 doesn't lead into room? You can't get from room 1 back to room 3. You have to go back into the
Yes.
chamber.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, unless if you get creative enough with it, this whole thing that you look up, these stairs lead all the way up to those towers that you saw on this this map. All of these are like the top of those towers, so stairs lead all the way up, and each of those stairs has a floor with cells in, and then it goes up again, floor with cells, until it reaches the top, where a large open door goes out to like the top of where you see on this map now. Up the top there, if you wanted to, you could scale across the brickwork and go into the other tower and then descend from there, but no, there's no sort of sky bridge or anything like that.
Okay, so obviously it's going to look a bit weird if we take Columbia back out there. So why don't we leave her here for the time being? Yelena, me and you go into room 3, see if we can find the prisoners, and then we can always get Columbia on the way back.
Put me into one of the cell blocks and I will not be there when you return. I will start looking for the keys.
I was going to say, please don't be there when we return.
That's
Yes,
not my
fine.
plan.
Let's do that.
I'd rather not get beaten, thank you.
Let's do that. You find the keys, I'll check in with you in every 2 minutes or so.
Are you remaining within your disguises?
Yes.
For the moment.
Cool. You find a room to the right-hand side and put Columbia in there with the door still left open and unlocked. And make your way back down into that central area. Walking through. Well, we'll see how well the others get on. Perhaps you might see them as you descend into this area, because outside in the base entrance to this place, a similar drawbridge leans over not a moat, just pure sand as it stretches up from the sea line. The boat comes to a halt as it docks. The brothers stand off and put their oars down in a very gentle and synchronized fashion, stand, and they both tie one end of the boat to a docking area. They stay where they are by the boats. What do you three want to do?
I guess it's time for us to get off the boat, eh?
Do we need to greet them in a specific way? Like, may the light bless you? Like, how do we keep up appearance?
You can do it.
Elira, do me a history check, please.
$19.
Perfect. The High Priestess would have told you this anyway, but you know exactly what it's called. The ritual that you're about to, or the ceremony that you're about to conduct, is called the Uvadunari. However, there's probably no like official way to present yourself, but that is what it's called. There's no like specific string or script of sentence that you need to say as it's happening. But yes, the Uvadunari is what this ceremony is called. So, how do you guys present yourselves walking up to the back gate, where there are 6 Black Fleet individuals, one of which is sat on horseback in the center?
So Elira will position herself at the beginning, at the front. So she'll be the person who will, I guess, interact with the guards, hopefully.
Yep.
Just because I guess she is actually legit. So it plays one thing, and she would instruct both Nox and Nyx to kind of only interact kind of when necessary. So obviously greetings, as Nox said about let the light bless you, and that kind of saying that you'd hear basically sisters and brothers say, but other than that, limited interactions whilst we enter.
I think that Nyx would mention, well, actually, didn't the brothers at the church or chapel completely remain silent even if people walked past? They were guarding in silence.
Yes.
Shouldn't we just be quiet and guarding you? I would say this very quietly, mind you.
Okay. You stroll up to the back of this gate. You see the rather large commander of the Black Fleet on the back of this beautiful black stallion, pulls out, would you have it, a black cutlass, and he points it down towards the floor. And he goes, "What is your business?"
May the light guide you. We're here to perform the ceremony for Uvadunari.
He looks down at the other guards as they all sort of look at each other. "Priestess, forgive me. We have had some troubling news in the past few weeks. We are all on very high alert. Please, conduct your ceremony in peace. May the light favor you." As moves his horse out of the way for all of you, and these Black Fleet guards are just pin eyes on all of you as you move through. Walking through into the center, you walk through, and not too sure where Jay has gone, but you walk in and you see Grunta and Yelena in their guard outfits as you kind of as you meet in the center of of this room. You guys would have obviously come from this gate, and they were coming out of this door. You would have, like, whether you choose to interact is up to you, but you do in fact see each other. You see Yelena and Grunter in their guard outfits heading towards this block here.
I don't think the map is showing, DM.
No.
Oh, my bad, sorry. Okay, yeah, you guys came through here at the back. They would have came through this way, and you would be somewhere standing around here as Yelena and Grunter are going to head towards this door. If you want to, you wish to communicate, you can, but...
Can I mouth what room to the other guys and see if anyone catches it?
Do me a... Oh, God, Are you mouthing it, or... Okay.
I can't speak quickly, so I'm going to have to, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do me a stealth check. Do it with advantage. Easily concealable.
Oh, God, please roll a better one. Oh, okay, brilliant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Much better.
You guys would read the words 3 on... from Grunter's lips. Although these blocks wouldn't be like labeled as numbers.
Maybe
So
we spoke about it back in the thing that we
Yeah.
said what rooms would be what number.
cool, yeah. And you see them heading for that way anyway. You are greeted.
Actually,
Sorry.
when we're still passing each other by, I would actually like to use my psychic whispers and choose Gruntha and I guess just Nyx to have an open group chat with.
Okay.
And that will be for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I will just say, Gruntha, don't be scared. It's me. We can talk.
What kind of
Not out loud.
what bloody hell's going on? There's only normally one voice in here. Now whose voice is this?
It's me. It's Nox. Nyx is here
Nyx.
too.
And Nyx.
You better get in my head.
You got your own name wrong. I'm not having any shit from you for the rest of this campaign.
Hilarious.
It's a little trick I picked up. We don't need sending stones to the 3 of us for the next 2 hours, just in case something happens to anyone, anything, any of the, I don't know. This place is...
Do you guys hear every thought that I'm gonna think?
No, it's the ones you want us to hear.
Don't think about your bum itching. Don't think about your bum. Oh, now you're thinking about your bum itching. Fuck.
It's quite an itchy costume, to be fair, that you're wearing.
Yep, it's definitely the reason. Okay, so where are you pair heading? We're going into room 3.
We are going up to the, I believe it was the 2nd tower, tower number 2, to do the ritual thingy, the Uva Dune.
Yeah, that one.
I'm sorry.
Uva Dunari.
I was close. I was really close. The Uva Dunari ritual. Well, Alara's gonna be doing it. We're just gonna watch.
Okay. Don't worry about Columbia. We have left her in a holding cell, but she's fine.
You've left her?
You fucking what?
Well, we couldn't take her into the room that we're heading to without arousing suspicion, so we've just left her in a safe place, but she's fine. And we're going to meet back up with her soon, shortly.
Surely.
I mean, she can get out. She can become a spider and crawl out.
Exactly. Don't worry about her. She's fine. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
What are the 2 of you going to do now?
We're going into this room here to check for the prisoners. I take it you guys are going up there and just let us know. We'll just keep in touch. Okay.
As you guys are having this conversation, a woman in a long black dress with silver and gold shoulder pads, plate shoulder pads, walks up to you, Elira, and says, "Sister, we didn't expect your visit for some months now. Time flies in this city, I guess. But by the light, we are glad to receive you. Do you have everything you need to conduct the ceremony?"
May the light bless you. Yes, I believe we do, yes. We heard that there's been some, I guess, some trouble as of late. So the temple just wanted to ensure the ritual was done on time and as best as possible.
I see. Well, the artifact is where it always is. I will escort you, as is my prerogative. She turns.
Insight check. Is she lying out of her ass?
Roll me an insight check.
And I also
Natural 20 for
Natural
24.
20.
I know her childhood
Natural
now.
20. It genuinely seems that you have convinced her that all is in order, and she seems fine. There is, with a natural 20, there is a darkness behind this woman's facade. She loves her position, whether it's for listening to the screams of people, whether it's to exude a position of power, or whether it's just because she's very good at her job. She oversees the more ceremonial aspects of this place, but you can see that there is a darkness behind her presentation that she's given to you. But in terms of what you're seeing and what she's seeing, she's completely under the illusion that you guys are here to do what you're here to do, and it's all sanctioned.
I'm also trying to figure out, like, does she actually need to escort us? Does she actually need to stay with us?
Oh
or
yeah. No, so she wouldn't have to stay with you, but to escort you, definitely, to take you there. Yeah, for sure. It's a prison by all means, you know, and the most unlikely things can happen. So she escorts. Escorting you, as you guys ascend all the way up for around 6 minutes or so to the top of this, there's probably over like 600 steps in this singular tower. It's quite the walk, and she's being very slow, like pacing with each step as her black dress sort of drapes along the steps. Clanging of metals, rattling of keys, banging on cage doors as you ascend past like different blocks. On the way up, she speaks backwards to you. She constantly faces ahead, but just a few paces in front. There was a time where I was perhaps meant to be chosen by my family to be given to the sisterhood, but I prefer my position much more. Although we do not have the gracefulness of the light's touch within these walls very often, the sounds of pain and misguided souls among us, it really reminds us that we choose with our lives the best path. It seems you have all chosen well, to be favored so well, to conduct such a ceremony. I have only seen it performed twice in my life, and although it is not as much as a spectacle as I had hoped, I truly feel Pelor's presence as she rises with you. Anything from you, Elira?
Elira would kind of still try and keep the illusion that everything is fine and normal. So she would just be like, yes, the light helps us choose our path and helps us find the direction we need to go.
Indeed it does, sister. Indeed it does. I envy you sometimes when I haven't had a glass of wine or two. It's not too far. And you guys will rise up and come out of this. The stairs sort of stop spiraling and go straight up for a moment, diagonally to a very bright sky as the sun is beaming down. A bit more breezy up here, and you see this sort of sandstone tower top that you all stand on. Overlooking the whole city of Pelos. You can even turn and see the upper reaches, this beautiful arrangement of large sandstone and white buildings. You stand to the point where you can see Ruvera, the eastern hawk statue that stands over Pelos. You are at like sort of beak level of this statue now, so you can see into its eyes, which are like huge golden plated eyes stuck into Ruvera. You'll be able to look all the way into the upper reaches to see the Garden of Sand itself, this massive construct Colosseum, which is littered with scaffoldings and like wooden cranes and stuff, all working to increase the appearance of the Garden of Sand. You also see a huge spiring building with a sort of like onion top to it, a gold onion top to this spire. Elira, you would know as the Abu Dahala. You all stand on top of this tower. There is a pillared sort of pagoda, like a gazebo sort of thing, but pillared with stone. Almost looking like some sort of tomb on top of this place. Stairs lead up, and there are golden chandeliers all the way placed around it. And on top of a stone slab, almost like a large grave, almost it looks like, but it's not. It's like a big stone sort of tomb, I guess. There is a tablet, all with it seems chipped and broken and cracked, but preserved by sort of golden plates either side of it, holding it in place. There are engravings and writing all the way over this tablet as this individual turns to you. I will leave you to your ceremonies. May the light be with you all. As she turns around and descends the stairs, leaving you there. There are guards posted up here on each sort of point of the hexagon that makes up this guard tower. What do you do? Do you proceed to read your ceremonial script?
Yes, I think it would be important to still keep the illusion that we're here to do what we're meant to do, especially since there's 6 guards.
Yes. You spend a moment reading off this scripture to this tablet. You were told that as part of the ceremony that you must take some of the oil that is in these small chandeliers and bowls, and with each sentence trace the symbols on this tablet, and you do so. Using the performance check from earlier, you do so convincingly. Down deep within the prison, as this ceremony is conducting, Yelena and Gruntar, you walk into this third sector of the prison. There are 3 floors before reaching the top of the tower. You would remember from the map that wherever one of these or both of these people are, you would know that as you go up, there is 1 door. There are 6 doors on each side. Of every wall of the hexagon has a door in the center of it. You would know that the X that was marked on the map relates to the 2nd door, but it doesn't tell you which floor. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to walk around sending messages to every single prisoner that I see, and I'm just literally going to just say the names of the 2 prisoners and see if they register.
Okay. One of the names, Spikes, Kiran. He says, yes, I'm here. Have you been sent by Yadius?
What floor are you on?
The 2nd floor.
Good. I look at Grantha and just nod and start walking.
Okay. You search for a little while, walk up these stairs and go into the corresponding corridor. You walk down and there are 2 guards, Blackfleet guards, stood in front of the door which leads to Kiran.
Can whisper to Yelena and say, should we say that we've been told to take him for questioning again?
That was my thought. You go ahead. I'm going to check in with Columbia. And while Granthar's talking to them, I'm just going to keep checking. I'm going to be checking in with Columbia to see how she's getting on with keys.
Okay. Grunter, what do you say to these individuals before we move to Columbia?
He's trying not using an accent. He's going to say, look, we've been told to take this piece of shit for questioning again.
This prisoner is on high watch. He is to be moved in the morning to the Abu Dahala.
I'm just doing as I'm told, unless you want to go and tell or do you want me to tell the commander that you've departed?
Which commander gave these orders? We will need to confirm.
Oh God, I'm gonna look at Yelena. Yeah.
As you look over to Yelena, who's conferring in with Columbia. Columbia, you were left alone in this cell block. What is it that you would like to do to start rummaging around for some keys?
The first thing I would do is I would turn into my spider form.
Okay.
As I did in the ship. The first thing I would do is crawl onto the ceiling and stay into the crevice of the wall, literally between the ceiling and the wall, so I can stay completely hidden and it looks like a natural spider. And that is where I'll just start crawling outside. So I'll crawl outside of the door, back towards the center. And what I'm doing is I just want to look to see, when I see guards, can I physically see that they have keys on them?
Okay.
That is what I'm looking for. Also, if I can't see them on them specifically, I want to try and make my way over to, kind of the guard quarter where they would be, because I know we see that map. It will take me in spider form, but I'm going to make my way.
We'll do a sort of overall perception check to see how well you're spotting things and what you're keeping an eye or 8 eyes out for. Little spider joke there for everyone. Haha. Yeah, do me a perception check if you so wish.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a 14 and perception is a 6, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20, brilliant. In the time that Grunter and Yelena have left that block and left you there, descended those stairs again, crossed the courtyard, and then gone up. It's probably been around like 25 minutes. You've had a decent amount of time to scurry around. Now, yes, you're in spider form, but on full peg, you can move quite quickly. Moving through and around, you see a lot of the guards are here, and they're stationed within their respective places. There are different guards which walk around, which are less armored, that walk in with prisoners, and the usual thing is they would walk in with armored guards behind them, and there would be a much lighter armed guard in front of them, which would have the stack of keys on them. Tracking one of these members, no shoulder pads, a bit of a lighter tan shirt with a black leather, almost like padded waistcoat over, and a blackened sash to one side and a huge scimitar. You follow him round for a while until you see as he allows one final clump of guards in with a prisoner, opens the door, puts the prisoner within that room. He takes a slightly different trajectory. This guard walks out of a small sort of side wooden door, and this door, you can see from when it swings open, leads to a sort of ledge that surrounds one of the towers. You see him go out of this door, and as the door sort of takes a moment to start closing, you see that he takes himself out and starts pissing. This guy needs a bathroom break. What would you like to do?
Would she do it? I don't know. As we're walking, I say I'm crawling around, I would, as Yelena is obviously sending messages, I would be sending messages back to her just to give her like an update of what I am seeing the entire way through. I don't know if she would have the guts to literally go and try and steal those keys in the toilet. I don't know if she would have those guts. How long ago would it be that Yelena has sent a message compared to now?
Well, as you stand there looking down, you receive that message that they have just sent to you before Grunter went off to speak to the guards. One quick message was sent through to you, which was... Yelena?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were looking something up. It was basically just checking in to see how she was getting on with the keys.
Yeah. I would respond at this point saying, I can see some of the keys. They are attached to a less armored guard. He is currently taking a piss, and I don't know if there's anyone else in there. I can try. I am very scared.
Oh, it leads to the outside. So, like, you're currently inside. Yeah, it leads to an outside sort of walled off, almost like a ledge, just like a ledge where, like, you know, you'd stand up, like a balcony almost. But these sort of repeat as the tower goes up, and he's just gone and to a secluded area.
Can I crawl between the door frame? Would there be enough space for me to crawl through?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I want to see if there is anyone else out there, and I also do want to look above me to see if there is armed guards on the walls as there was out the front.
So looking up, you can definitely see some like patrolling silhouettes, but from where he stands, nice and tucked into this corner to ensure that no one else can see him doing what he's doing as he's on duty, there is no one else that is on this sort of ledge around. As he stands in the corner and takes a piss.
Don't know if she would do it.
You just get back. So bite him on his cock and take the fucking keys.
But then is the question of a spider cannot have the strength to take keys, yeah?
No. That's fine.
Spider silk is very strong.
just dragging some keys behind me as a spider, trying to get between door frames. Okay. I'm going to attempt, and this is going to go very, very wrong. I'm going to crawl up onto the side of the wall as spider, down to the floor. I want to change back into my standard form as quietly as possible. Okay. Take the keys, and then straight away change back to a spider onto the wall.
Where are the keys?
They will come with me because everything on my person goes into wild shape.
Okay, do me... First, do me a stealth check.
Yep.
To turn back into your form.
I have a plan if it goes wrong.
Okay.
Not a good plan, but a plan.
First, do me a stealth check. It will be a DC of 14.
No, I do not make that.
No. You turn back. You turn back into your normal elven form. A shadow is cast as he stands and takes a piss. And who are you? What are you doing out here? He sort of puts himself back in quickly and turns towards you. Goes to like reach for his scimitar. What do you do?
I am so sorry. I needed to move. I have no idea where I am. I am so fucking sorry. I just saw you walking out here and I just didn't know what to do. So I followed you.
Do me a deception check.
Pardon?
Do me a deception check.
I'm not using that fucking dice again. Now I'm going to the fucking bin. What's my deception? That is not good. That's a 16 plus 3, so 19.
He sort of pulls his scimitar out halfway. He goes, "Guests are not permitted around here. Who brought you in this place?"
I don't actually know. I'm so I didn't really catch his name. I'm a little bit freaked out, as you can tell. I came in here with a group of people. I don't know why I'm here. I really don't understand what is going on here. I can see all of these pillars. There are so many armed people, and I don't know what to do with that.
Fine, you will come with me. I will take you for questioning, and we will find out who it is that brought you in here. Come on, as he grabs your arm.
That is fine. That is absolutely fine. I will kind of go with him. This is going to go so badly. I've got a bad plan, guys, but prepare to save me.
Okay.
As he goes to try and open the door, I cast Chill Touch as he grabs my arm, and I grab back.
Okay. Grabbing him back.
Because as he goes to grab my arm, I kind of do that.
Okay.
And I will cast Chill Touch to go up his arm.
Okie doke. That's a roll to hit, or it's not a save, is it? Chill Touch.
Double checks. I don't remember with Chill Touch.
Okay.
No, it's a roll to hit.
Yeah, roll to hit for me then. You can do so with advantage, as it's sort of a surprise.
Oh, that is a 15 plus 6, so a 21.
21 hits, yeah, definitely. He's not as armored as the others.
Oh, I actually think I'm the dice. Where's the D8? Oh, that's an 8. So 8 necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage. He looks down and sees like a frosty decay going on his arm. You bitch! Pulls out the scimitar and he's gonna roll to hit it. Roll me initiative, please, Columbia.
I told you it was a bad plan, guys. I really fucking told you.
No, it's a great plan.
That is an 18 plus 4, so 24 in initiative.
18. Let me roll initiative for him. That's worse. 11. What do you want to do? You've done 8 points of damage to him. Yes.
How close is he to the edge?
Very. You guys. There is about 6 foot to move in this outskirt balcony. Looking behind him and all around this balcony that you're on, that faces nothing but cliff's edge, and down below you would surmise as the beach that you guys were on not too long ago.
Okay.
Bashing waters slam up against the side of the rock. There's some shrubbery and trees.
I'm still really close to him, aren't I?
You are indeed. You're basically like you're both facing each other. Neither of you are facing either wall. You're basically on the straight facing each other.
I will hook my hand on the keys very closely, just hook so I've got kind of a finger around the keys.
Okay.
I'll put my hand on his chest and I'll cast a second level thunder wave off the edge.
Oh god! Oh shit! Oh god! Okay. Okay. I don't need to save that, do I? What?
It's a save. Yeah.
It's a save. What's the?
It's a save to get pushed back.
Con.
Oh, it's a con.
It's a con save, yeah. I'm just trying to get rid of him because I'm like, Columbia is now freaking out. She's like, fuck, I'm next to a guard. I'm going to get caught. I need this person away from me. So she's just trying to push him away.
It's a 19 on the con save.
Yeah.
He gets pushed back against this wall. A huge, shattering, echoing crash lingers out at this point. He does take damage though. With a save on the con, he takes half your thunder wave damage, right?
He does, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's your action. You still have a bonus action if you so wish. How much damage does he take?
That's 6, that's 10, that's 15, so half of 15 thunder damage.
Okay.
But did she get the keys?
Okay.
I'm holding on to the fucking keys with my thing, so I don't know. I'm trying. I told you this is not a good plan, guys.
Let me see if you do. It's a natural 20 on my part, mate. Those keys are still on his person, unfortunately. He's going to turn around. He's just going to try and swipe against you with his... Oh, you do have a bonus action.
Bonus action. I'll cast Flame Blade then. We'll go blade against blade.
Okay. Columbia's Flame Blade comes out. He's going to try and attack you with his scimitar. Oh, for fuck! Another natural 20. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh,
Go for it, mate.
No, not like that. Oh, I don't do ones on damage. 14 points of slashing damage as he gets slammed back into the wall. Huge slash out with his blade as it slices you. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Sorry, just putting in the damage. My bloody keyboard decided to run out of battery at that point.
No problem.
I'll attack with my flame blade then.
Okay, cool. Give him a slash. Roll to hit for me.
Have it back to natural 20.
No fucking way. Yeah, roll damage. Roll damage.
Fucking hell. So that is full. That is. Oh fuck, that's a lot. Where's the other thing? Plus.
Huge flame blade. Slashes into him.
It's just double the damage.
Double damage, yeah. If you roll a 1, then re-roll it.
Cool. And that's plus that one, so that's that as well. Fuck, that's 46. That's 20, 30, 32 points of damage.
Oh my god, how, okay. How do you want to do that then? I will allow, with a natural 20, to grab those fucking keys. How does this look? As you, yeah.
So I will use the flame blade because obviously I've just been really fucking hurt. I am now petrified. I'm up against a fucking guard. I'm all by myself. I'm trying to take a little bit of Yelena and like embrace what she would do in this situation.
Nice.
I take my flame blades. I kind of hold it like both-handed, and I will just stab straight into his sternum, and I will like push it through, which will hopefully just land him down. But yeah, I'm literally trying to push in and twist and just trying to kill him quickly.
Oh my god, yeah, literally straight like down through the throat, down to the heart, twist, and then what, you putting your foot on him so he like falls off the edge and falls backwards.
Yeah. I grab the fucking keys though, those are with me.
You look over the edge and you just see on a rock at the bottom just a spangled out version of this guard. You watch a wave come and wash back over this rock, and that body is not there anymore. And you stand with a huge gash straight over your chest, holding these keys. At the same time, radio silence on the message with Yelena. As Yelena, you turn round and you see 2 black scimitars pointed around the throat of Grunter. That's where we're going to end tonight's session. Sorry, well, unless you have a thing to say.
I've got the answer, yeah.
Okay.
I audibly sigh.
Audibly sigh. Perfect then.
Are you exhaling a breath you didn't know you were holding in?
And I say, if you want to be the ones who murder the messengers of Theon the Hune, feel free, but expect your heads on spikes by the morning.
You see they both look at each other, raise their eyebrows, and slowly remove the scimitars. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Good stuff. Very good
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Guys, that was really, really good. Thank you so much. That was really fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. To you all watching at home, thanks for watching another episode of Blood and Sand. We'll be back next time for more craziness within a prison. And let's see if the guys can actually get out or whether they're just going to get locked up themselves. Who knows? We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.